Well, it's that time of year again where another draft is upon us. Here, me and Kendrick are again here with you. Hopefully that gloomy Gus that's over Dallas is not representation of how tonight's going to go for the Dallas Mavericks. Hopefully get it right. With the number one pick,
man.
and they take Richard Clayton Jr. at number 1. Woo,
Now,
let's go, baby.
Listen. Let me tell you something. That won't be a funeral home to get him casket right. I mean, that won't be a funeral home to get him casket right if that happens. My Lord, he might well, if he even step a pigeon toe in the state of Texas, it may get shot off. I'm just saying, man. I'm just for his own safety. Hey, it ain't that hard. But hey, listen. Walter Clayton Jr. is a tremendous prospect. He will be drafted in the first round, but this thing's all about the Mavericks.
Number 2.
Come on, man. Come. Hell, with the Spurs, they like them type of players, because he's quiet and everything. He may be a Spur. But listen.
They are trying to give the word on the street is they might be looking to give up Stephen Castle. Oh well, they were going to give Stephen Castle for Kevin Durant, but that didn't happen.
Yeah. I'm glad they dodged that bullet. Listen, build it through the draft. Build it through. You don't want no old dude taking some of Wemby shine. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun night, an exciting night. The Mavericks with the second number 1 overall pick in their history. Remember, in 1981, they took Mark Aguirre, and Mark Aguirre was in the building shedding tears. Man, put that man jersey up in the rafters. That man got a crown of spade for you to put his jersey up in the rafters at a Maverick draft party. Y'all ought to be shaming yourselves, man. Good grief. Put that man jersey up in the rafters, man. On 24. Hey, but listen, a guy that we hope to have his jersey in the Raptors someday, way in the distant future. One Cooper flag, and if you see to my, I think right here, I'm all in full Patriot mode right here. The flag is waving.
What? Can you please explain to everybody why you have a damn American flag in the back?
Sir, hold on, sir. What country do you reside in? What state? First off, what state do you reside? Do you know the state of Texas made their state flag, after the American flag? And you sit up there, why the hell you got a damn flag? Wow. I mean, the nuts on you.
How can you walk around with that, but you hate the president?
Whoa. I never said that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I never said that. Hey, don't listen to what that guy's got to say right there. The president's watching. Hey, nothing but love. Nothing but love, man. Hey, just don't mess with my social security if I ever get done to get it.
It's funny to say that because I was watching this video earlier of some upset people. So I said, hey, man, I don't know why y'all talk about we bombed Iran. No, Donald Trump bombed Iran. We didn't do nothing. I don't know where y'all learned this French from. Y'all all of a sudden speak French. We. Yeah, he did that.
He practiced that, and then I said, "I want peace afterwards." And Iran was saying, and Iran and Israel said, "Really? you must know what country you we in." We do this all the time.
Hey man, Iran, we not with him. We ain't do nothing, man. Don't come over here bombing us. Bomb him. I'm like, whoa.
Hey, they got sleeper cells everywhere. Ready to activate. But hey, at least before you do, let's get this draft over
let's
with.
Get down to business. Here comes Adam Silver, who's about to give his address. Let's check him out. Check him out real quick.
All towns, basketball is played and followed everywhere. And during the finals, the very best basketball was played in the heartland of America. Yesterday, 500,000 people in a city of 700,000.
Is that too loud?
Out in Oklahoma City.
Oh, you good?
Championship.
Not too loud?
No, you good.
Is yet another amazing example of how sports can evoke enormous passion and bring people together. The Thunder were the second youngest championship team in NBA history. But what they lacked in experience, they more than made up for in unselfish play and a team-first mentality. 7 years ago, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the league's MVP, scoring champion, and finals MVP, walked across this stage as the 11th pick in the draft. He and his teammates spent countless hours in the gym, watching film and pushing themselves to be the very best. Which of the players drafted tonight will be the next key piece of a championship team? With 7 different champions over the past 7 years, welcome to a new era of NBA basketball, where every team has a shot. Which team will emerge as next season's champion? The competition begins tonight, so let's get started. The first
shouldn't
pick
take long.
of the 2025 NBA draft belongs to the Dallas Mavericks, who have 5 minutes to make their selection.
Man, don't boo us. Don't boo us because we had a handshake deal with the owner.
Yeah, man. Listen, what I say last night. Hey, I don't care about it being rigged, as long as you rig it for me. I care less. Rig it for me all the time. Yeah, man. This shouldn't take long. He should walk back there and walk right back out. This shouldn't take long. He shouldn't take that 5 minutes. Get up there and let's get this going. So, all right. As I got my best available, I'm looking down here. As number one, we know I messaged this Walt on his phone. The best my best available is number one is sure Cooper Flag. What can you say? I mean, the kid's got everything. He led his team in points, rebounds, blocks, assists, steals. Basically led a Final Four team and everything. Only 18 and a half, the youngest player in the draft by far. I think they said if he would have waited 11 days before he reclassified, he wouldn't be eligible to go to college. So let's tell you how young it is. But yo, man, what we hear about this dude is super competitive, a hard worker, gym rat, intangibles, fierceness, and that's all you can want from any top prospect, especially what people are saying the top prospect in the draft this year.
The odds were stacked against them. We are pretty sure who they're circling with this pick. But
where's God? Hold on, where's God? Sham God?
Yeah. I don't think he's here anymore.
Okay, I'm just asking where he was. Hey, damn it. We love you, God. You Sham God. Good luck in Orlando.
Is that where he's at?
That's where he's headed. He's going to rejoin Coach Mose. So Walt, as we get ready for this pick, anything you want to add before we get this underway about what's obviously going to be the number one pick? Oh, it's not taking that long. The pick is in. Thank God. It shouldn't take that long. Pick is in.
Oh, okay.
Well,
as far as it goes, I think we're missing a good opportunity to take Walter Clayton Jr. here. Good closer.
You go down that bit.
You listen. After this though, I'm gonna sound off on this whole Luka Doncic trade thing that may make some people happy, that may make some people upset. I'm fine either way. I think this is good for the Dallas Mavericks. You lose Luka, and now you somehow crept your way to the number one pick.
Right.
And now you have
do this for me and I do this. Hey, we need him in LA to keep ratings up. We do this for me. We do this. Come on. Go ahead.
Kind of like that. But you lose Luka and you replace him with a kid who's been known in this world since high school, who's gonna be he's gonna be big, man. He's gonna be big for the city of Dallas. It's a great feeling to have him and Paige Beckers here.
Yeah, man.
Paige Beckers walked out on the court to a rousing ovation at the AAC, at which she's gonna be playing at Friday night.
Yeah, so she's getting used to the dynamics of over there. But yeah, man, you hit the nail around the head, man. It's gonna be awesome. And the great thing about it is he doesn't have to come in and be the man. He's got Hall of Famers, he's got vets all around him. Well, he can just sit up there and just play ball. He can just fit in. do his specialty. I've heard from Coach Keys talked about Cooper playing from being a point forward to 2 to 3. Basically, he can play all 5 positions. He can be a small ball 5. He's got that size. And I'm going to say this. Remember, Walt, he's 18 and a half. I don't think he's done growing yet. He's 6'8" and a half. I think he's got enough growth spurt. Remember, Wemby had another growth spurt in him. His former teammate, Derek Lively, had another growth spurt. He went from 7'1" to 7'2". So I think by this time next year, the next year's season starts, not this season, but the next season, I think Cooper Flag could actually be 16. I mean, because he's 18, so he's got a growth spurt, at least another one left off in him. So, and he's already got a grown man's body. So with his talent, like I said, he's a hard worker. He came into the college not being a good 3-point shooter, and he turned himself within a matter of a month into a 48% 3-point shooter. So that's kind of tell you what work he like.
There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of growth with Cooper Flag, and once it's been, I'm going to tell you something. I know you guys want to hate Nico, and I know the world wants the players to hate Nico, but Nico is actually setting the Mavericks up to be in a good position here in another good in another couple years when Kyrie and Anthony Davis step off.
Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is, when that time comes,
here we go.
Here we go.
Who do you think it is, Kendrick?
The 2025 NBA
Ace
draft,
Bailey.
the Dallas Mavericks select Cooper Flag.
Oh, I was wrong. I thought Ace Bailey. I was wrong. I thought it was Ace Bailey. Doggone, I thought it was Ace Bailey. Why? I mean,
number one with a bullet.
Cooper Flag. Hey, I want to ask everybody out there, was there any doubt in your mind that Nico could trade the pick? Nico would trade the pick.
Why when the owner came out and emphatically said we're taking Cooper Flag. The owner spoke, not the general manager. The owner spoke.
I'm just saying, it was people still on Twitter still thinking, man, you think this fool really gonna trade this pick? Nah, he ain't gonna do it. He want to keep his job. Now that would be a viral offense, because that means he gone rogue. He got a guy throwing rogue. That's not gonna happen.
Dallas did to land this pick, and yet here they are.
Newport, Maine is all fired up, Kendrick.
Yeah, man, Newport, Maine's finest. I never knew what Newport, Maine was. Is that where the cigarettes come from? Newport? Is that where it come from?
Hashtag Flag Day.
Yep.
Grant Hill as well.
The flag is waving. The flag is waving high. It's waving.
Defender as he is as an offensive player. He's a complete basketball player. A guy who can be a playmaker at both ends. Elite in transition.
Led Duke in points, assists, rebound, blocks, and steals. I mean, this is
yeah. He basically led his whole.
And a guy who shatters the truth.
Yeah. A guy
who shatters the words of white men can't.
Yeah, man. I like what he said, Walt. I like what he said with his words his mom gave him to him. When you're the best player in the gym, find a better gym. That's a dog right there. That's a dog. You say, hey, I'm done with this one. I'm moving on to the next one. That means he got.
Hey, I respect it.
I'm done with this. Now I'm moving on to the next. Now that's a dog right there. That's a dog. Find a better gym so you can take over that one.
But that's just like old boy from the Cowboys said, I make players want to quit football.
Yes, he sure did. He sure did. Yeah, man, athletic can get out, can block shots, on ball or off ball block. Like I said, he does everything very, very, very good. Very, very good. A high caliber athlete, high basketball IQ, and he's a hard worker. Like I said, we talked about it just a minute ago. Walt. He was a 34% 3-point shooter start the
catches
season.
Bodies too.
Yeah, 34% 3-point shooter start the season. By the time the new year came in, when it got into January, he turned himself into a 45% 3-point shooter. That means he works. That means he takes his craft seriously, and you like that. You remember, you guys around here You remember Dirk Nowitzki? Dirk Nowitzki was a gym rat.
So much.
He stayed in the gym.
Oh, he knows the interview.
How are you feeling?
Oh,
It's a dream come true, to be honest. I wouldn't want to share with anybody else. You mentioned sharing it with anybody else. We got the flag by.
Thank you so very much.
That was Cooper Flag with an interview with Monica McNutt. He didn't do too much talking, but that's neither here nor there.
what?
We love Monica.
Wow, that man's a dog. That man's a dog. He made his own mama quit. He played his mama. He made anytime you bust your mama's behind and make her quit, you know you got dog in you. So so yeah, man, I like that. Quick, as we're doing this, a quick update on Cooper Flag from NBA mock draft. This pick is a lock. The Mavs get another superstar after quote the Luka debacle.
He's gonna wear the number 32, Kendrick.
Yeah, you
He's wearing
can't
32.
number 32. You can't make this issue up. Flag is one of the most complete prospects we've seen in a long time. And he's also one of the youngest players in the draft. He's the youngest player to go number one in the draft since LeBron James. He'll be one of the faces of the NBA for a long time. 6'9", 221, wingspan 7 feet, compares to in my comps compares to Scottie Pippen and Kawhi Leonard. My comps for the young man out of Newport, Massachusetts. Congratulations, Cooper. We'll see you in the summer league.
Oh, I can't wait to see this kid in the summer league.
He's probably only gonna play one game because they're not gonna play. They can't. We're gonna show him out there for one game and then we're done. But yeah, man, I'm
You want to get look at what this? You want to get look at what this looks like?
Yeah, go ahead, show it.
Take a look at this. Oh, wait a minute. We got Adam Silver.
In the
Oh, the Spurs.
2025 NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Dylan Harper from Rutgers University.
Good pick.
Dylan Harper.
Good pick.
Well, they sure got a lot of guards over there at the San Antonio Spurs.
Listen, I'm sorry, De'Aaron Fox, but in the next couple of years, I think you might not be there. You might be traded. They're doing the right thing. They're building around Victor. There was many talks about, well, let's go get Giannis. You don't want nobody to step on Victor's toes. You could have done that, but you want this thing to be about Victor Wembanyama. And one thing, you get a running mate. He's the son of Ron Harper, 3-time champion with the Bulls. 6'5", 213, point guard / wing. He's got a 6'10" and a half wingspan. Quick mock up on him. Well, Spurs already have the franchise centerpiece in Wemby and a button star in Castle. And now they get to add another elite guard to the mix with Dylan Harper. He's a rare talent with a great size and strength, very high basketball IQ, and a very pro-ready game. He's the best pick-and-roll player in the draft this year. This team is poised to hang some more banners in the Raptors in the not-so-distant future. Let's hope not, but they're building something up there. Comps, Walt, he's a James Harden type comp. Let's hope he's not ball hog like James Harden. Or he's a stronger version of Kobe White. That's a player you like, Walt.
Oh, I love Kobe White.
Yeah, he's a stronger Kobe White. Like I said, man, super happy for him. Congratulations to all the prospects getting drafted today. But super happy for him. It's gonna be fun to see him and Cooper match up year after year after year. It could be. It's not now, but it just could be the end of De'Aaron Fox in a couple of years when his money gets too high. But they have to pay these other young guys around Wemby. I think that's what it is. Smart play, Spurs. I don't like it, but smart play.
Want to see something else?
What's up?
Take a look at this.
I like that. Man. I like that. That's the first time we see number 1 overall draft picks in the same city. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta win. Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. You get to let's go and get your butt kicked by Cleveland Clark tomorrow. Yeah, man. Yeah. Great. Walt. People talked about it. Jason Kidd alliterated to it. Cooper Flag may be playing. He may be playing a little point forward, and you know what? He can do that. I've looked at some tape of him. I looked at some tape of him at Duke. He handled the ball. He handled the ball most of the time in the offense. Knows how to pass. A great passer.
I mean, Luka did it.
Yeah, I mean, look, basically, if Luka wasn't a point guard, he was a point forward. He had the body to go forward. So Coach
Harper. Oh, Ron.
Yeah, Ron Harper. Ron Harper said, "Man, Michael Jordan chose me to win them last 3 championships. I love that man for life.
I won the last 3 championships with Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but just remember, I was in basketball hell with the Clippers at that time. I was scoring 30 and getting beat by 30 every night till Michael Jordan said, 'Come on over here.' I was crying on the way to Chicago, Illinois. But hey, here I am now, watching my son go number 2 overall. But yeah, man, pretty freaking cool. Like I said before about Cooper Flag, he can handle a rock. In fact, Jason Kidd kind of alliterated to it, is that Cooper may play 2, which will make the Mavericks really big. If you think about Kyrie at the 1, Cooper at the 2, PJ at the 3, AD at the 4.
What you can do,
and Derek Live at the 5.
Gonna play point forward. What you can do is it'll be him, Clay, PJ, Anthony Davis, and what's his name? Either Daniel Gafford or Derek Lively.
Yeah. Listen, he's a guy who can play. He can run the point, and he can also guard 5. He can play small ball 5 if you need to go small. He's able to guard or play off position. He's the ultimate Swiss Army knife. He's got the size and the skill to do it all. When they say once a generational talent, that's what they mean, a generational talent that he is. So the Mavericks super lucky, super thankful. Thank you, David Stern. I mean, not that. Thank you, Commish. I said David Stern. I remember he had that card frozen for the Knicks. Patrick Ewing, he froze that card. So here's the thing of frozen cards. It went the Mavs way. So hey, 18 and a half. Say it again. Kind of went out.
How great is it? The 2 Texas teams was number 1 and 2 in the NBA draft this year.
I don't think that's ever happened. That the Spurs and the Mavericks have been number 1, or even the Rockets or the Spurs. Any combination has been 1 or 2. It's usually one team has always had the number 1. The other teams have been so good enough they've been at the bottom. But yeah, having the Spurs, that means the rivalry's back on. You got Cooper for years to come going against Wemby. That'll be awesome. And Dylan Harper. And you got Derek Lively added to there. Look, I'm hoping to see that San Antonio Dallas rivalry get renewed for the next decade and a half, like it was with Dirk and Timmy. Yes, good luck to Cooper Flag, man. But he's gonna have a lot of vets. He's gonna have a lot of vets around. That's the great thing. He's gonna come into a winning situation. And we heard from Cooper. That's what was kind of irking him before the lottery, that he didn't want to go to a situation where he was going to have to be losing a lot of games because that would frustrate him more than anything. But he's going to a situation where team's going to be basically built to win. And when they get Kyrie back, be better built to win. So that's awesome for him. He doesn't have to come in and be the man. He can just come in and do him, be the best version of himself, and whatever it is to help the team. And then, like you was alliterating to before, when the time comes when Kyrie and AD move on, he steps right in and he's the man. I mean, he's the guy. and then you go forward.
Here comes Adam Silver again. Hold on.
Do we have a trade? Oh no, we have the pick in.
2025 NBA draft. The Philadelphia 76ers select BJ Edgecombe.
Oh, yeah, we kind of figured that. Walt Ace Bailey basically blew everybody off. Word on the street is he so much wants to be a Washington Wizard. For the word, I don't know why, but maybe he got. Maybe he got some chicken from Washington. He trying to.
That was kind of a weird move.
He trying to win, but he kind of blew off. But VJ Edgecombe out of Baylor. Let me put the mock up on him right quick. Walt, 6'5", 193 pounds. He's a 6'7" wing. 6'7" and a half wing. Freshman. VJ is getting a lot of buzz in the top 3 or 4 picks, because you got to take the top 3, and could end up being the pick here. It's not the cleanest fit for the 76ers roster, but you can't draft or fit need at this part of the draft. VJ has some ups and has some downs during his one season at Baylor, but he got immense talent and had a chance to be special. The Hornets were rumored to be in on VJ, but that's not happened. If he fell to 4, he's at 3 right now. The comp for him, Walt, is his floor is Oladipo, and his ceiling, if everything hits, if he hits, Walt, he could be another Dwayne Wade. So I mean, that's a good comp. I mean, people don't understand. Victor Oladipo was a good ass player. Injury just cut him down. So even if his floor is Victor Oladipo, if he's Victor Oladipo without the injuries, Victor Oladipo was a 2-time All-Star.
Singer too.
Yeah, singer too. Yeah. So, but if
he's a singer too.
Yeah, but if he hits, he can be another.
He was on that show, singer one time.
If he hits, he can be another Dwayne Wade. He's the best athlete in the draft. I know people talking about Ace Bailey, but no, he's the best athlete in the draft.
Oh.
And we have to see if he gets traded, we don't know what Philly's gonna do. But if I'm Philadelphia, I keep the pick. You need the youth movement, especially we got Paul George and no knees. Joel Embiid, who Walt said he been done since he won the MVP. He was done after it. So you need a youth movement to go there, and not a bad thing to go with with this team.
I think it's time to move on from what's the name?
Yeah. And having Tyrese Maxey and this kid in the back, backcourt, I think it's gonna help them tremendously if they keep the pick.
I'm afraid Flag will be overworked and feel like he's forced to carry the team on his back until Kyrie Irving returns and is stressed to match or surpass Luka. Nah, he won't be.
Nah, he all he got to do come and be himself. He's not gonna he'd be overworked if he was in Washington or Utah, because that'd be the only thing they got. He's with vets. He's got guys who know how to play.
He has a bench. He has a bench here.
Yeah, he's got vets. He's got a bench.
Yeah, he's got a bench here. He's good.
Yeah, so he's not gonna be overworked. This Mavericks team is deep. What killed them is injuries last season. That's what killed them. Thank goodness it killed them, because if it didn't, thank God to Kyrie's ACL.
Well, we have a.
Go ahead.
We have a video that has been posted by the Dallas Mavericks that I think you all should take a look at here.
I didn't see it.
Goes to the Dallas Mavericks.
What are the chances a moment tips in your favor? A moment with the power to shape what comes next. That kind of luck, almost unthinkable. But that's the thing about luck. You can't wait on it. You have to be ready. Because when that kind of moment comes, it's not about luck anymore. It's about knowing who you are and having the patience to prove it. I know a thing or two about that. You see, luck might open the door, but you have to decide to walk through it. That's when luck becomes something else entirely. It becomes fate.
All right, Troy Aikman narrating that video.
Yeah, man, boy. Troy Aikman, boy. He could be. He knows what it. He knows what it's like to be Cooper Flag, man. He stepped right into a team with a bunch of Hall of Famers right alongside of him too. That's all he had to do, just stand out there and just not mess it up. Old Troy, boy. Just got Emmitt Smith, Jay Novacek, Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper. Who the heck can mess that up? Good Lord. Shout out to Troy for doing that video, man. Shout out to Troy. Old number 8. All right, man. His walk kind of fizzled out. I think. Hope it ain't me. But as we're up next, who do we have next? The 4th pick was in.
I'm right here.
Okay. The 4th pick was in. And who did we have going there? Oh no. Oh, that's BK. The 4th pick. Some people think this may be Ace Bailey, or some people right here, Walt, may think this may be Knueppel, out of Duke. Say he was the only guy to actually work out with the Hornets. If that is, we'll see. The pick is in. I think it's down to either him or Ace Bailey on this one. To see who the Hornets will pick at 4th. On this one. So this could be a place where Ace Bailey gets picked or Knueppel. That's my pick on it. What's going to happen in this one? As they're still, man, this is what you hate about drafts. They try to feel the thing in. Listen, I know the NBA's trying to subvert to ESPN so they can talk a lot. But let's man, the pick is in. Then let these guys talk about what they need to talk about. All right. As they talk about LaMelo Ball and all his injuries, he's got. So we'll see. Like I said before with the Hornets, it's basketball hell down there. There's been word on the street that people that Melo Ball may want out of Charlotte. May want to go west. But some people say no, he's in for the long run. Just quick, so as far as I'm concerned with Melo, I would get the hell up out of there. It's just some franchises just ain't gonna never win nothing. And no reason wasting all your years. Now if you want to play ball and make a lot of money, but if you want to win championships, if I was Melo, I'll try to get the hell on up out of there. Get myself to South Beach, get myself to the Clippers. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
With the 4th pick in the 2025 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Knueppel.
There we go.
Duke University.
Yeah, remember, he was the only guy. Yeah, he was the only guy to actually work out.
Tell you about that.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of the interview. He's got to show us my concept up.
The all-time leading scorer in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Remember,
and actually, this is my favorite.
Kendrick, we now go to the let's go to the AAC real quick, where we're gonna see the live reaction of the people as Cooper Flag is announced. So here we go real quick.
Makes sense.
That's kind of just where I modeled my game when I was younger, and that sort of stuff. So I think that's kind of why I play the way I am. I have to give credit to that of just mauling myself out.
Credibility, he can drive a closeout.
Wow, man. Wow. Wow, man. I see Look, man, look at all the white kids. I guess the Dallas Mavericks got all of North Dallas back. A certain part of North Dallas who said
what? Look at all what?
All right. Quick mock up on Con Kneppel. Now with the Charlotte Hornets, 6'6", 219 wing, with a 6'6" and 1/4 wingspan. Con will be a rock solid pick. Here he's elite shooting, special feel for the game, and solid all around skill set. He might not have the flashy upside, but he projects as a really good starter level talent. It remains to be seen where he goes, but either way, it's hard to see. This is the best standstill shooter in the draft. Comp for him is Draven Petrovic and Desmond Bain. Great comps. Now he's the best. He's the best spot up shooter in the draft, right? In the draft on this one. And so you look at Charlotte. They have so many athletic wings and stuff like that. Guys are high flyers. They need a shooter. They need a shooter around Melo. They need to shoot around all the athleticism, and I think they got it. So he'll balance them out. Whether they win or not, who knows? But smart pickup for the Charlotte Hornets. Con Kneppel goes 4th. So that's 2 Duke players. That's 2 Duke players in the top 4, and both of them are. My goodness, we back to 1990 again. Cherokee Parks and Kristen Latham. Boy, if you kind of wonder how they went. how they went. Oh man. Oh man. Thank you guys for joining us. Those out there watching. I think this will be our 4th year together doing the NBA draft. I think so. I think it's our 4th year. 4 or 5 doing the NBA draft. Yeah, man, we got to do a Mavericks have a #1 overall pick. Right there. We see the fans in the AAC just cheering their butts off for the pick of Cooper Flag. Yeah, man, you take one and you give them away, man. You know the Mavericks say they always envision themselves being the Boston Celtics. Well, if they look at their track record with star players, they right there fit in that mold, the 80 Boston Celtics. What they had in common: Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Bill Walton, Danny Ainge. Hey man, we're building a dynasty. As the Utah Jazz are next, they're another team that probably Ace Bailey probably won't get picked. When I'm thinking them, I'm thinking Jeremiah Fears, guard out of Oklahoma. They need a guard. They need a point guard on that team.
Apparently there's a fire Nico chant going out there. Hey, okay, all right. Time is guys. These.
Go ahead.
I don't get it. just don't get it. You literally have the number 1 pick, and you're still bitching about. Oh my god!
I want you to check Twitter. It gets better right now. It's some notable local sports outlets. Hey, maybe if they draft Cooper Flagg, should have fired Nico Harrison right now. Oh man, who is the Utah Jazz pick? What is Danny Ainge doing? Is he trading the pick?
He is trying to get Jaylen Brown.
So much talent.
They interviewed him in Chicago.
Damn, I feel bad for Jaylen Brown. Man, Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, here we go.
Black people. Here we go.
With the 5th pick in the 2025 NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Arius Ace Bailey.
Oh, he took the best player. That's why he had that shock. That's why he had that shocked look on his face. He had that shocked look on his face. He said, "Oh, they took me so." So Ace Bailey, for you not working out, congratulations. You're headed to Utah. Danny Ainge said, "I don't care about you not working out for me. I'm taking you." He had a shocked look on his face. Walt, I wish you could roll the film back. He had a look like, "What? I'm what? I'm going what?" Yeah, man. Maybe if you'd have worked out in Philadelphia, you probably would have. Now you're in Utah. Hey man, they got a nice Applebee's there. That's all I can tell you. They got a really nice Applebee's, man. It's got a 2 section, 2 floors on it too. It's swing. But anyway. All right, let's read up on Ace Bailey. 6'9", 202. He's got a 7 foot, 202 pounds. He's got a 7 foot wingspan, 7 foot and a half wingspan. Ace has made it clear he doesn't want to play in Charlotte, but unfortunately playing in Utah. Whether he stays with the Hornets or goes to Washington, though, he's going to Utah. This pick could be the first reshuffling of the draft to set the tone for the rest of the life. You damn right it is. Ace Bailey is an elite athlete with great shot making ability. He has to work on his defense, but once that rounds out, he could be one of those once in a generational players in Utah. His comp is T-Mac, and his floor is Josh Smith. So there you go, Ace. You didn't want to play in Charlotte, but guess what?
Talent level is really undeniable.
He go to you, guys. If you're watching this, if you're watching the ESPN versus draft, the look on his face, he got drafted. the look on his face.
The back side,
he looked on his face. He was like this. Walk. He was like this. He was like this. He said. He looked at his dad's phone. He's like. He looked straight at the camera. He's like, "I kid you not." He looked. So you thought you was going to New Orleans. So you thought you was going to Washington, Chocolate City. No, man, you ain't going to Chocolate City. You going to Pinello Avenue.
Somebody, Mark Side put out there is no trade. Ace Bailey is going. Ace Bailey is to Utah Jazz, one spot before his widely perceived preferred home of Washington.
Yeah, that dude looks so disappointed. That dude looks so disappointed. God, dog. Kid, you should have worked out. I can't help you, man. I mean, I know a little about Utah, and trust me, I couldn't wait to fly out there.
He thought he was going to Washington.
Yeah, he thought he was going to Washington. Dog. You go listen. You think Danny Ainge said? Listen, Danny Ainge said, "No, we're not trading him for a price. If Washington wants him, or if New Orleans wants, guess what? They're gonna have to pay a heavy penalty and draft capital to get him." That's a smart play by Danny Ainge. That's a smart play. I like that, man. Who cares if you don't want to come here? We drafting you anyway. What you gonna do? All right, Ace Bailey was third on my best available. Like I said, Cooper Flagg was 1, Dylan Harper was 2, Ace Bailey was 3. VC Edgecombe, he was 4. He went 3rd. Let's see who has Kneppel.
Somebody got to be chocolate, no more vanilla.
Trust me. He
right.
the only. Listen. He only chocolate sprinkle will be down there. Trust me on that.
They talking about for the
Hey.
Mavericks. They need to draft what's name.
Okay. Hey man, listen man. Let me tell you something. When I was up at Duncanville, I love me some snow bunnies, man. You don't want to get used to it. I'm just saying.
Keep reading the doggone thing. Nobody care about you.
Just saying. Just saying. Oh, but look, Conker went 4. He was 6th on my best available. 5 was Trey Johnson. 8 was Jeremiah Fears. And we have Washington, who I don't know what they're gonna do, because I think they were all in lock thinking they were gonna get Ace Bailey. So, like I said, the best available right now of everybody who's gotten picked is Trey Johnson. I had him 5th, and then you got Jeremiah Fears. So yeah, man. The draft just had a turn, because I think 2 teams thought he was gonna fall there and he didn't. So there you have it with Washington. Now, or if they're gonna trade back, this is the spot they may want to trade back with Brooklyn, who has 5 first-round picks. And they say, you know what, our guy's not here. Let's just trade back and pick up some assets. And because I'm pretty sure the word on the street, Walt, is that they were all in on Ace Bailey. They had the jersey printed out. They had everything ready.
Okay, all right, Dr. Umar.
Listen, Umar, you can't rise above that sinful temptation in Utah. That's all they got. Hey, I can tell Ace, man. Hey, at least you can have a lot of wives down there. Oh man, the look on that kid's face when he found out he was going to Utah. But yeah, man. As the pick is in, we're in a commercial break, at least on my end on ESPN.
Yeah, same here.
But as we'll read the draft, Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, VJ Edgecombe. Then we had Con Nepal, and then we had the shock of the draft, Jeremiah Freakers, with his mouth like this. I'm going to Utah. And now we're at 6 with the team he wanted to go to, the Washington Wizards. Who wanted either Jeremiah Fields or Conker Nipple. Now those guys are gone. So I tell you what, with them trading, they made that trade yesterday. They may be looking for this could be a good spot for Jeremiah Fears right here. This could be a good spot for Jeremiah Fears, or it could be a good spot for Trey Johnson, the sharp shooting wing out of Texas. Or they can go Namana Mamaluk, the center out of Duke. So it's a lot of directions they can go, Walt. They just can't go Ace Bailey. He gone, man. He gone. Oh man, that's classic. That's classic. When this shows up, I'm rewinding to that moment when I saw Ace Bailey's face.
25 NBA draft. The Washington Wizards select Trey Johnson from the University of Texas.
All right.
Trey Johnson goes to Washington.
All right. Trey Johnson say, man, Chocolate City. Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know where I'm going? Chocolate City. Yeah. All right. Trey Johnson, 6'6", 190-pound wing with a 6'10" and 1/4 wingspan. Trey is a professional scorer with ice in his veins. He would be really exciting guard to add to any depleted team on any roster. Trey could go as high as 3, but it seems he could go as far as 8. We'll see what happens. Like I said, he's the best shooter in the draft. Not spot up shooter. Best overall, he can just pull it. His comp is Richard Hamilton, and his floor is Alec Burke. So that's a good player. That's a good player comp, man. If you can get I mean, people don't know. If people don't remember Richard Hamilton in Detroit, I mean, he's a professional bucket getter. He wasn't big as all anything, but he was a professional bucket getter. And Alec Burke, he's still getting buckets at his advanced age right here. He was always a good pro. So like the comp, like I said at Texas, he just got buckets, and gonna be a good pick for the Washington Wizards as they go through their rebuild. Like it. Well, anything you want to add?
No, I'm just waiting to see who's gonna take my boy Walton Clayton Jr.
But you know what? I tell you,
if this Cooper flag thing fails, it had to go to Walton Clayton Jr. as my backup.
I tell you what, man. I tell you what. Well, Walter Clayton Jr. won't wait as long as you know who in the NFL draft. Shador Sanders. He won't have to wait as long as he will. We will have to wait a little bit. We will have to wait as long as Shador did. Who had to wait a whole week for him to call his name. Shout out to Shador, man. Stop speeding up there in Cleveland. Ain't nothing to speed up there for. Getting tickets everywhere, man. What you speeding for? Anyway, next up we have the another team that was in the Ace Bailey camp. The New Orleans Pelicans, as they look at the highest drafted players from Texas. You got LaMarcus Aldridge, number 2. Kevin Durant, number 2. You had Tristan Thompson. He was 4. Damn, Tristan Thompson after a good play in college. Oh, okay. Lasar Thompson back in 1982 at 5th. Trey Johnson at 6th. And Mo Bamba. Everybody remember Mo Bamba, man? We almost had Mo Bamba a couple times. Thank God we didn't. Thank God.
Thank God.
I mean,
thank God.
I mean, he basically tried to convince Dirk Nowitzki to bring him on over here. Oh man. But yeah, Trey Johnson going to the Washington Wizards. All right, since Trey Johnson is off the board, okay, my highest rated player now still is Mamaluk Jeremiah Fears at 8. Carspes Jokinis, the kid out of Illinois, at 9. Derek Quinn, that's an interesting name, out of Maryland. Cause his name get called. Carter Bryant, he's my number 11. Colin Murray Bowles, he's my 12th best player. Asa Newell is my 13th best player. Cedric Coward, he's my 14th best player. And my 15th best player is Thomas Sober, first round scorer. So yeah, we got that going right there. Yeah, man, it's kind of fun. You know, now you done got your work done. You know.
Ace Bailey did not work out for a single NBA team. He's the only U.S. prospect that declined to do so. This was not one of his preferred destinations, Utah. He was hoping to get to either Washington, New Orleans, or Brooklyn. The Utah Jazz selected Ace Bailey knowing that this is a little of a stunner, but if you think about it, this is an outstanding place for Ace Bailey. They have a wide open situation. They have a huge need for a star in his home. They have an outstanding coaching staff. I think Ace Bailey's going to recover from this very quickly and realize that he landed in an outstanding situation with the Utah Jazz. It just shows you there's only so much an agent can control in this process. If an NBA team decides they're going to take Ace Bailey, that's exactly what happened. And this is the first move the agent made as a head decision maker in the NBA, and it's a big one.
So they're trying to hype it up to be like Ace Bailey made a good decision. Ace Bailey,
yeah. No, look, you look at his face. You can look at his face.
Look a little. Hey, you know what he look like? You know what he look like? He look like that kid. He like that kid that's at his daddy's house, and he got told he got to go home to his mom's house on Sunday. Time to go home.
Listen, let this be a question to all you kids out there. When you think you can control all of you can control, you can't. When you are in a draft, anybody can draft you. You think you can sit up there and I'm not going to work out for this team or this team. Danny, I'm not surprised Danny Ainge did it. Danny Ainge, I'm gonna say this right now. Danny Ainge is a rough rider. He don't care. Danny Ainge did this for 2 reasons. Listen, I tanked all this year, and I didn't get what I wanted, Cooper Flag, but I'm going to get the best player available. I don't care if he don't want to come here. And 2, if any team like Washington or New Orleans or any team wants him, trust me, you're going to have to pay a heavy penalty in draft capital to get him. That's a smooth operator right there. I like it. Hey man, Ace, they got a 2-story Applebee's down there, man. You're gonna love it. They got karaoke night every Thursday down there too, if I remember.
In the spirit of getting Cooper Flag, the Rangers won 7-0 today.
Why? Don't they have the star on that thing? Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
All right, here we go. New Orleans.
With the 7th pick in the 2025 select Jeremiah Fears.
Ooh. Jeremiah Fears, guard.
Yeah, good pick.
As they just traded C.J. McCollum for Jordan Poole.
So, Jordan Poole, you got some competition back there. That's going to be a fast backcourt. Jordan Poole could get moved somewhere else. Yeah, man. You gonna have they basically like him and Jordan Poole basically like the same player. So that's gonna be one hell of a backcourt. Quick read up on him. Walt.
Hey, Shane, we do a lot of running with these two. Oh wait, never mind.
Hey, Zion running right now for some other situation. We won't talk about that, but some other situation. All right, Jeremiah Fears, 6'4", 180. He's got a 6'5.5", 6'5 and 1/4 wingspan. Fears is a fun, flashy, explosive player who has a ton of upside. He's not yet a consistent shooter, which he's not, or a finisher. And he's a bit unproven, but he's got a tantalizing talent with the ball in his hands. He's got crazy handles for his size. He can finish, uber athletic, and he has a hell of an upside. His comp walk is Gilbert Arenas.
Speed with the ball, an excellent handle.
And as much as we can't stand Gilbert Arenas, at least I can, the podcaster with his opinions sometimes. Gilbert Arenas in his prime, the player, he was a bucket getter. He may have been one of the top 2 or 3 scorers in his prime when he was going. I mean, that dude can get 50 in his sleep. I mean, that's how good he was in Washington. I mean, he really was the reason why Washington was relevant back in the early mid 2000s. Agent Zero. So if he can turn into something like that, Washington got them one hell of a player.
Who's better scorer, him or Rashad McCants? Remember, Rashad McCants said he could have got Kobe's 81.
Come on, Rashad. Come on, Rashad. Come on, man. You already got North Carolina players, ex-players. Excuse me, someone who was on this team say you crazy as hell. Rashad, listen, you had your cup of coffee in the NBA and nobody wanted you. All right, so you was a hell of a college player. I like taking no thing away from you, but you had your shot in the NBA and you stunk. But you could have had Kobe's 81, please. Well, if somebody gave you 81 shots, I'm pretty sure you could have got it. But Kobe had 81 3/4. Not a game. He had 81 basically 3/4. So was that what he had? No, that was against the Mavericks. He had 60-something 3/4. Oh, no, he had 81 against Toronto. My bad. But yeah, man, you talking crazy right now. Right now. Toronto in the first of their 5 first-round picks. Their 5 first-round. His mom's crying. Man, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. But Brooklyn, it's the first of their 5 first-round picks. They got a ton of them. They're on the clock. Something tells me they're going to draft them a center. I don't know. I just think they're going to draft the kid out of Duke, Common Mamaluk, center out of Duke. That'll be 3 players if that happens. Three Duke players in the top 8, and that lets you know what type of team that Duke had last season. Make it to the national semifinal within 1 shot of making it to the Final Four. That team was loaded last season. as we get ready. It's about 2 minutes left for Brooklyn to make their pick. Like I said, they got a lot. But remember, if you on ESPN, you see that Houston at number 10. That's not Houston's pick. Remember, they made that trade for Kevin Durant. They'll be picking for Phoenix. So that pick's not going to Houston. That pick's actually, they're picking that player for Phoenix tonight in theory. But it's actually Phoenix's pick at 10. In between that, you have the Toronto Raptors. But the Brooklyn Nets are on the clock. Been bad ever since Kyrie and James and KD had a cup of coffee there, but yeah, been that kind of season for them. Bad with all these 5 first-round picks. We'll see if they can build the team up there and get it right for them. Now, it seems guys are shaking their hands right now. Congratulating, like the pick is in, like they're happy with it, at least fake trying to be happy. And there it is, the pick is in.
It's Walter Clayton Jr.
No, it's not. No, Walt, the bit's not working today. Walt Clayton Jr. is gonna have to wait a while. He's gonna have to wait a little bit. He's going. In fact, let me see on my big board. I got Walter Clayton.
That kid did it. He's not.
Listen, Walter Clayton Jr. on my big board. He's the number 25 best player on my prospect list right here. Number 25, Walter Clayton Jr.
You got Clayton what?
25. I got him 25, man.
Who's that?
25. Who's picking at 25? Who is picking at 25? Let me see who's picking at 25. The Orlando Magic. they need a guard, and he don't have to go far. He's right there in Florida. He can just go across the street.
Man, they got enough of him over
there. Hey, man, he said he wanted to go to South Beach. He said he wanted to go to South Beach. You know, he said he wanted to go to Miami. One can wonder why he's so much in a hurry to get to Miami, but it is what it is. I don't think it's got anything to do about basketball. That's what the ears tell me. What the ears and eyes tell me, it got much to do about basketball. We want to get to South Beach, but neither here nor there. The pick is in. We're waiting on the pick. We are waiting on the pick. We are waiting on the pick. Can the commissioner get out here and make this pick, man? Adam. Oh my God, I hope he's in the bathroom. I hope he's not in the bathroom, man. Somebody get Adam Silver out the show. Oh, there he is.
Here we go.
With the pick in the 2025 NBA draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Yegor Demon from Moscow and Brigham Young.
Oh! This is a big pick.
Top 10 is very what's his name?
Let me tell you something. He was this may be a reach. This may be a reach because he was my number 18th prospect. Igor Demon. They must have saw something in him that they liked because wow. Didn't have him going this high. I didn't have him a lottery pick, Walt, but hey, it is what it is. This is the first shocker of the draft, in my opinion. Igor Demon. He's from Russia. But went to BYU. He's a 6'9". 6'9".
Sounds like you need to do better. Sounds like you need to do better as a broadcaster. You didn't have him doing right. What type of broadcast are you doing over there? You got this guy way down the bottom of his number. He is a top 10 prospect. You underscouted this guy is what you did.
No, I got him as 18th. I think I did better. 6'9". Look, you can see the look on his face. He was shocked. You can see the look on his face. He was shocked that he went 8th. I'm like, damn, hey, I'll take it. 6'9", 199. With a 6'10" and 1/4 wingspan.
If I would know that, I'd just win at number 8.
Igor Demon is a polarizing prospect. but it's rare to find a 6'9" player with his combination of passing, vision, and ball hand. He's a great elite passer and twitchiness. I am a believer in his jump shot. He's got to work on his jump shot and see him as a potential star player. It's hard to find the right fit for him, but if he comes into his talent, he could be a tremendous asset for whichever team he goes to. His comp is a twitchy Josh Giddey. Let's hope he's not pre-Josh. Let's hope he's not twitchy or Josh Giddey. He's a little bit more better than that because you don't want to go to prison. especially though, listen, up there in New York, they don't play that best. They don't play that best. So Igor Dimon, going to Brooklyn. I guess that's the guy they wanted to shaking hands. Yeah. So
yeah, they're clapping. They excited about him too.
He's off the board. I wish I had a pen so I can mark these guys off, but I don't. Oh, look at the Brooklyn fans. They're like, what? What's going on? What's going on? Brooklyn fans are looking like Ace Bailey is when he finally got going to Utah. But anyway, hold on, Walt. Let me go find a pen so I can start marking these guys off.
Do something, man. It's like nobody saw this pick coming.
Okay.
This guy was supposed to pick like number 18. Later on in the draft, and here he is in the top 8 with the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay, man. Yeah, man. My first reach. Going to Brooklyn. Let's see. My number 18 prospect. Okay, mark him. X on him. Cooper, Dylan, Ace, BJ, Trey, Con, Jeremiah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right. Best available on my board is number 7, Manan Mamaluk, out of Duke. Then we had Casper Jukonis, kid out of Illinois. Then Derek Quinn, he's my number 10. Carter Bryant, my number 11. Colin Murray Bowles, my number 12. And Asa Newell, my number 18 prospect. Igor Dimon, just went 10 spots where I thought he was going to go. Had him at number 18. Hell, he went number 8. Shout out to the Brooklyn Nets. Shout out to the Brooklyn Nets, man. Hey, if you believe in a guy, you take him. You take him. If you believe in him, you take him. I mean, it's Brooklyn, so nobody cares. But anyway, next up we have the Toronto Raptors.
Please do not take Walter Payton Jr. in Toronto.
Don't worry, they won't. Well, hey, I don't know. Somebody took Igor Dimon. The Brooklyn Nets took Igor Dimon. So hey, anything's possible. As KG said.
They projected this other kid from Duke.
Yeah, Naman Mamaluk. Yeah, he looks like a Toronto Raptor. Those long athletes.
The other guy from Duke is who?
Yeah. Naman Mamaluk. Yeah, he looks like a Toronto Raptor. He's from Africa. You know, kind of Euro. You know, they like them type of players down there. But listen, he's an elite center. He is an elite center.
Looks like a Masai Ujiri kind of guy.
Yeah, that's like a Masai Ujiri pick right there. So I'm pretty sure they're ecstatic. I didn't think he'd be. I didn't really think he'd be still here. So that's shocking. He was my number 7 prospect.
I mean, Masai Ujiri did take a guy whose name is Dick last year.
Man, hey man, listen. That guy took him a dick from Kansas. I mean, he found him a dick in Kansas, and boy, he went right straight.
You just have to call him GD.
The pick is in. Let's see what it is. The pick is in.
All right. Oh, who's that with that good European woman?
Got those snow bunnies, man.
I thought they were making a pick.
Way she looking. He don't like he getting drafted right now. She look. I sat with him. Good Lord. That's Kyler Murray on balls, the kid out of South Carolina. Who is the pick? Is it a trade? What are we doing? Boy, these guys are so nervous. They're like, man, what's the nightlife out here, man? What's the food like? All right, here we go. Adam Silver, here we go.
Here we go.
With the 9th pick in the 2025 NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Colin Murray Boyles from the University of South Carolina.
Murray Boyles.
Yeah, man. She said I came winning for a reason. She happy, man. All right. He was my number 12 prospect. My number 12 one.
Oh.
He's now and of course
Okay.
now with Chloe Kitts.
Oh, Chloe Kitts. That's a girl from Chloe Kitts. I didn't know Chloe was a girl.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh, damn. She looks great. I just don't see her, but in her basketball, she looks great, man. She looks great. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. 6'7", 239, 7 foot and 3/4 wingspan. CMB might not be the flashiest guy in the class, but he has a major talent on the defensive end. He's really intriguing on court vision on offense. Is a jump shot away from being a star. If he develops that jump shot, he could be a diamond in the rough in the draft. People have him as a Draymond Green light. A Draymond Green light.
The lead story with Colin.
Okay, Kendrick, you were talking about a guy earlier, and Channel 8 caught up with him, and we have an interview from him. You say his jersey should be hanging in the rafters. He's at the AAC, and Channel 8 caught up with him for an interview. Let's check him out real quick right here. Let's go to Mark Aguirre and hear what he had to say about tonight's draft.
MG.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
We all understood that after a short period of time. Wow, so great to see
Well,
that
it felt
as well.
great. You know, not many guys get to be the number one pick, and there's a big responsibility with that. So Cooper Flagg has a lot to prove, but he's got all he needs to do. So it's a big responsibility, and I was happy to be that pick. I was very happy to be that pick. So got a lot to do now. You got to get out here and tell these guys, follow me.
There it is.
And he'll get better, yeah.
See it in person before too long.
How special is this for the Mavericks? This is very special because, you know, it's the timing might be perfect. You know, they got a lot of block pieces right now, and when you put him with the other pieces, all of a sudden they become a complete team. If you look at it, you got Kyrie and you got the big kid from Chicago, and you got pieces that fit very well right away. And Cooper is not, he's a new kid, but he plays like a veteran. So I expect him to fit right in and have no problem doing what he needs to do in order to make this team complete. So it's going to be nice for them to have that kind of kid come right in and play his position. It's going to be complete.
Here for the linear broadcast, and of course, streaming on the Mavs TV app as well. So we're so
I think he has
excited
it
about that
already.
next year.
You know, he knows what he is. And when you watch him play, watch any game that he's played, you can see the confidence he plays with. So he knows what he is. He knows what he can do. So I don't think that part is going to be a problem with him. You know, he's going to come in and going to show you all the things that he has right now. He's going to show that to you. You're going to see that. You're going to see that.
From Rutgers, going number 2 overall to the San Antonio Spurs. Harper, the son of the Ohio Flyer, Ron Harper Jr. And the Sixers have just now
it's hard to put it in context, you know, and I think the big thing with Cooper is that he's ready for it. I was an experiment. I didn't know what number 1 was. He's ready for it. He's ready for it. He's seen it before, and he's seen people told him what he was going to have to do. He knows what he has to do now. So he's a little bit better prepared for it than I was.
I think that the consensus seems to be that what Ace Bailey and his agents and his camp wanted to do was guide
well, you know,
him into
I just look at him as like, it's your time. You know, not passing the torch. No, it's your time. I don't want to take anything from Cooper. It's his time to be that. Now, Dirk was Dirk's time. Now it's his time. It's his time right now.
Jared McCain was on his way to a very good season last year. I mean, could have certainly been right in the thick of the Rookie of the Year race.
I'm sorry.
Had he not got hurt early in the season. So Ace Bailey certainly.
Well, you know what? When you get a player like that, you got to think you can do a number of things with him. A number of things can happen with him. And I would look at no more than getting the gel together, getting the guys to play together, to go right to the top of this conference.
I'm just happy there's another highly picked Bahamian dude. I mean, this is a Bahamas revolution happening in the NBA.
Well, I mean, a little bit of my history, like
has really begun now.
Yeah.
That number 3
I went through a tough time, you know, and to be traded away to Detroit and win 2 titles with Detroit and then come back to Dallas, it wasn't comfortable. You know, it wasn't comfortable, but the reception I got was incredible to me. You know, I mean, I could feel it. You know, I felt like being at home. The moment I landed here, I told him, the moment I landed, I
well, look,
like,
there's a lot of interesting stats that are out there about him, and to me, what's so intriguing is how his performance stacks up in terms
it makes me feel like I'm where I need to be.
We've seen a player do the things that he did and the type of players that he compares to.
Yeah, maybe.
So, there's a lot of numbers out there.
Well, thank you. I feel like that.
Kendrick, we have a little bit of breaking news here coming across the news desk. The Charlotte Hornets are trading center Mark Williams to the Phoenix Suns for the number 29 pick tonight and a 2029 first round pick.
Okay, so that means.
Wait, hold on 1 second.
The Houston Rockets select Kaman Malawach, Rumbek, South Sudan, the NBA Academy Africa, Senegal, and Duke University.
Okay, so now they're gonna have 2 centers, right? So if they trade for Williams, now they trade for Mamalok. Now they went from no centers to 2 centers. So Phoenix stacking up on centers. They get taller. So they're gonna do the math thing. They're gonna have two centers, and there's nothing wrong with the Mavs do it. 2 high caliber starters like centers, and hey, let's go big with size. Quick update. If anybody wants to know who's the big kid from Chicago, he's talking about Anthony Davis. If anybody wants to. know that. That's Anthony Davis. About the big kid from Chicago. But yeah, man. Let me quick a quick mock up on Mamaluk. Right quick, if you will. All right. He was my number 7 prospect. Mamaluk is a high upside and very intriguing player who's just scratched the surface of his potential. He's a game changer on the defense end, and is a great lob threat on the offense end, and can step out and shoot the rock. He has a chance to be on another level of great rim running center. Walt, his comp is a bigger version of Miles Turner or more advanced Rudy Gobert. So that's his comp. And man, he's in motion, man. Crying out. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, man. Head to the desert. Head to Phoenix.
To get here to the NBA, to be
you don't know how much it means to these kids, man, especially other countries. From Uganda, you know, started playing basketball at age 13. You know, where these kids come from. You think some of these kids in the inner cities got it bad. Some of these other kids in these other countries, they don't got running water or even housing. We're able to make it to this level, man. Big time. All right, so let me mark him off the board. That's interesting. With Phoenix, who just traded for a center and just drafted a center. So could he be moved? I don't know, but if he's not, that's a double center tandem that Phoenix just picked up right there. He's my 7 prospect, number 7 prospect off the board. The highest prospect I have left on the board is Kospinas Jokunis, the guard out of Illinois.
Played mostly in drop coverage, but he's a better perimeter shooter than his statistics indicated. It's something he has worked on. He looked very good on that in the combine and shooting drills. I think he's going to be able to.
Well, could you repeat that trade again?
Oh, yes, that would be one Mr. Oh, whoa.
Come on.
Okay, we got the Charlotte Hornets are trading center Mark Williams to the Phoenix Suns for the 29 pick tonight and a 2029 first round pick.
Charlotte Hornets are trading Mark Williams to the Phoenix Suns for the number 29 pick because they had another and a 2029 first round pick. Wow. I mean, boy, that's a lot of draft capital for a team that don't have that much. So
we also got the pride and all the folks that you are representing. What do you want to say about the people that have helped you get here? And in particular,
so now Phoenix Suns are way taller. They are way taller.
I had the whole continent on my back, giving hopes to young kids, inspiring young kids and the next generation of African basketball. Specifically to your parents, Marid and Owang, what would you say to them as they're watching at whatever time it is where they're watching?
I mean, I want to thank them so much for raising me the way they raised me, for making me such a good young man, and raising me the right way and showing me the good values of life.
Hello. Whoa.
I'll do it.
Thank you so much.
Whoa. Our boy Raphael Barlow just put out a tweet. He said it's so bad on NBA TV. He said Dennis Scott is on the mic at Barclays Center talking about how much KD and Mamaluk enjoy playing together in Houston. Mamaluk is not gonna be a Houston Rocket. He's gonna be a Phoenix Sun. That pick was traded. God dog. Y'all dog Dennis Scott. How you don't? Come on, man. How you don't know your job, man? You get paid all that money.
What?
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
It appears we have more breaking news, Kendrick. The Portland Trailblazers are trading Cedric Coward to at number 11 to the Memphis Grizzlies right now.
Okay. So Cedric Coward is my number 14th prospect. So he's off the board at 11, going to Memphis. So Portland's trading him to the Memphis Grizzlies. Let's put a readout on him right quick, if you don't mind. At number 14. All right, here we go. All right, he's 6'6", 213 out of Washington State, with a 7'2" and 1/4 wingspan. He's a senior, so he's an older kid. Coward has a really nice size, strength, and shooting ability. He's not the flashiest player, but he just knows how to get it done on the court. On the court, he's been one of the big risers during the draft process. His comp walk is Michael Redd or Chris Middleton. That's two pretty damn good players. He's a small forward, guys who can get buckets at the small forward position. So Cedric Coward, my number 14 prospect, off the board.
Here we go.
As part of a deal to be finalized later, the Houston Rockets are trading to the Phoenix Suns the draft rights to Kaman Malawach, the 10th pick. And now, with the 11th pick in the 2025 NBA draft, the Portland Trailblazers select Cedric Coward from Washington State University.
Yeah, he's going to come back.
Coward is gone.
The Memphis. This
is a young man.
Yeah, he's going to come back out and announce that trade in a minute, that they've been traded. So don't get used to that Portland hat. You got to put that Memphis Grizzlies hat on. From the Palouse all the way to the murder capital of the country. Good luck, man, Cedric.
Get him up out of there.
Good luck, Cedric. Don't go down in the wrong back alleys, man. You might not make it back out.
He was the team's.
Damn, he's the first Washington State selection since Klay Thompson. My Lord.
All right. Boy, damn. Washington State. Damn. Washington State, that's been a long time, Washington State.
Damn, Washington State? What
What
y'all producing? What y'all doing over there?
It ain't football players either. So it ain't. The last guy was good on their football team with Drew Bledsoe. We know how long that been. Good Lord. Good Lord. So they ain't producing our football either.
Okay, so we have apparently this was Cooper Flag at Media Day earlier yesterday or this week. Let's take a listen to this real quick. This is Cooper Flag speaking with the media on Media Day. Okay, all right, here we go. Here's Cooper Flag.
Cooper, can you just talk about what this moment is like to have your family and friends here and on the eve of the biggest moment of your career?
Yeah, it's incredible to be here, be in these moments. This is stuff I've dreamed about since I was a little kid. So, but I'm trying to go through each moment and just enjoy it. For me, it's just about being grateful. I'm grateful for every opportunity I've been given. So no matter the outcome, no matter what would have happened, no matter what happens tomorrow night, for me, it's just about being grateful and just really enjoying the moment.
There's a lot of talk about joining Dallas. You're not joining a team that's rebuilding. You're joining a team that wants to make the playoffs. Has a lot of talent. You obviously have the Luka trade. You have Anthony Davis. You have Kyrie Irving. What's it like if they pick you to join a team with that much NBA talent already around it?
Yeah, I think, like you said, a situation that is able to win. Me on a team surrounded by a ton of incredible players and people that have had careers like they've had. I think it'll be a really great experience if that does happen.
Cooper, talk about your main roots and just coming from there, being able to represent that state and how that's built you into the man and player you are today.
Yeah, I think being able to come from Maine, it is such a big part of me and who I am today. I carry that with me, and I carry a lot of pride in that. Sending that message that it doesn't matter where you're from and that sort of thing. So just proving to the kids in Maine and even bigger than that, kids from anywhere around the world, that it doesn't matter as long as you believe in yourself and you work hard.
Cooper, the Mavs told you they're going to take you number one, and have you had the conversations with guys from Duke like Lively and Kyrie?
I mean, no, I haven't had that conversation at all. So, you know, I'm just, you know, going through this process like everybody else. You know, I did my workout. And so I'm just going to see what happens tomorrow night.
Oh, they haven't told you you're going number one?
No, I have not had that conversation, no.
Cooper, you talked about workout like in Dallas, and what was your interactions with their staff?
Yeah, I think it was an incredible visit for me, and you know, workout to be able to go down there and see all the facilities and stuff, and you know, to get in the gym, and I got a good, you know, hour 15 workout in. You know, a bunch of rebounders, staff, coaches, player development guys, you know, got in and were guarding me. So to get some live reads and stuff, I think it was really, really good to see. And then you know, I got to see some of the players work out after, and you know, some of the guys on the team work out and kind of what they do. So that was pretty cool.
Question over here.
What did that experience mean for you? How different are you as a player now than you were in the classroom?
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, almost a year ago you were playing against guys who were
Okay.
future Hall of Famers. How did that experience kind of shape you, and what's the difference between
Yeah, I think you know, that experience of being able to go to the USA thing on the select team was, you know, it's priceless for me. You know, it's such a good learning experience for me to go there, learn from everybody. You know, there's a ton of Hall of Fame players, so I think I just took that as a huge learning experience, and I tried to learn as much as I could. And I think now it's just that confidence I got from playing with them. I know I can, you know, play my game and be who I am, and I think I've gotten a lot better since then too. So I'm just excited to, you know, be in this environment and be able to just do what I do.
Cooper, do you remember where you were when Luka got traded and what your reaction was? Because obviously that was huge NBA news.
Yeah, I mean, I remember being with, you know, all my guys. I think it might have been the night that we played UNC at home, and we won that game, and so we were all kind of hanging out together. And I remember my teammate Darren Harris, he was the first one to see the Shams post, and we just all started going crazy. Like, it was just such a shock. Like, it was crazy news. So.
Hey, Cooper, I got a question. Being from Maine, do you like lobster?
You know, lobster isn't my personal favorite, but you know, a good Maine lobster roll. You know, my trainer's wife makes a really nice lobster roll. I think is really good.
Good. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck tomorrow.
What do I think of Liam McNeely? He's all right. Nah, Liam's great. You know, I miss playing with him a lot. You know, he's one of the best players I've ever played with. So I miss playing with him. Yeah, it's crazy. I think having, you know, the 4 guys from Montverde, including me, so that my 3 teammates from there, and then even my teammates from Duke. You know, I have 7 people I know in the green room personally, and I played with. So I think it's incredible, you know, to go through this experience with them. Like last night, I'm hanging out with Kaman, you know, just talking to him about his whole experience and all the workouts he went through and stuff, and just catching up. So it's been incredible to have guys I can lean on and, you know, really spend some time with during this whole process. Yeah, I think it's, you know, it's part of that brotherhood. It's part of the path you see, and it's kind of, you know, that's something that drew me to Duke, and, you know, watching Paulo, watching Tatum, like, dominating on stuff and having success as well. So I think that's part of the Duke is the way they're able to develop guys and get them to the next level.
Cooper, you talked about Coach Shire.
I mean, Coach Shire was incredible for me. You know, he's with me every step of the way through my recruitment, and then moving on to, you know, the whole year of just trusting me, and we had a great relationship. I mean, he's just been such a resource for me of reaching out to different people and, you know, setting me up and connecting me with a lot of really great people. At Barclays? No, I haven't. What is the billboard? Oh, the New Balance one. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, the one at the New Balance store is incredible. I did see that yesterday. I mean, it was incredible. I got to go over there and do like a little meet and greet with a bunch of kids and stuff. You know, that's the sort of thing that I love to do. You know, it's just so much fun to be able to see, you know, joy on a bunch of kids' face, and, you know, see people get excited and that sort of thing. So that was a really cool experience and environment for me to go to and, you know, have a good time.
College Player of the Year, first projected overall pick. Just Describe the emotions you're feeling as you're going through this process, making this pivot.
Yeah, I mean, it's surreal. That's the word I would use to describe how I'm feeling. I don't know if it's all set in yet and whatnot, but I'm just trying to enjoy it. You know, take it one day at a time and really just soak it all in.
What would the young Cooper just kind of crisscrossing Maine in a minivan, maybe watching Boston Celtics DVDs? What would you have thought to be in this position right now, considering how much you had to prove yourself as Cooper?
Yeah, I don't know what he would say. I don't know if he would believe it. I don't know if he would, you know, think I was lying. But I mean, it's just so crazy. It all happened so fast. Like, you know, it never really became real for me until, you know, 2 years ago when I got to Montverde was when it really started to become a real thing for me. So I think, you know, it's just such a real feeling, seeing where I came from and, you know, what I've been able to do.
You talked about the Luka trade. Your versatile skill set, but also your maturity, your basketball IQ, and also your student team. Just where does that stem from? And you're only 18, but you carry yourself like a mature.
I mean, I think just trying to grow up fast. I mean, I left home to go to Montverde when I was 15 years old. So just trying to grow up fast. I feel like IQ-wise on the court, like I've always had like a knack for that sort of thing and just making reads at a high level. But I think just trying to grow up as fast as I can, and you know, I have a really tight circle of people around me and that influence me and my decisions, and I think that's what's helped me to, you know, be mature and stay grounded.
Being a two-way player, how do you feel about eventually joining a team that's going to build defensive like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, that's always been a huge part of my game and who I am, is just being a two-way guy, and no matter where I end up or where I go, that's going to be my mindset of just, you know, bringing a two-way threat all the time.
Cool. You are NBA future star. Do you feel motivation or pressure?
Can you say that again?
He was like, you are NBA future star, so you feel like more like a motivation, or you feel like more like a pressure?
It's definitely a lot of motivation. There's a little bit of pressure. I feel like that comes with that, and you know, you get all the media and, you know, people having opinions on you and your life and everything about you. It's definitely tough, but I think for me it's a lot of motivation. You know, hearing people say good things, even bad things. You know, hearing people talk about you is a good thing no matter what. So, you know, I'm excited about everything. You know, and just trying to soak it in.
Cooper, you talked about the Luka trade. You talked about the Luka trade a couple minutes ago. It's a Dallas fan base that when that happened, and then they won the draft lottery, and people started thinking about the possibility of him coming to town, and it's bringing a lot of those fans back into it. What was your message being to the city of Dallas about how appreciative you are, maybe of how excited they are for you, and just in general your message for Mavs fans on what to expect from you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not on social media too much, and I think, like I said earlier, I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. So if that is the case tomorrow, that ends up happening, I mean, I've heard it's an incredible fan base with incredible support, so I'll be excited to learn more about it and get down there.
Cooper, some people would say there's pressure following Luka in Dallas. If it does go that direction, would you look at it that way as being something like you've got to step into his shoes as a franchise player, or would you look at it differently?
I wouldn't look at anything as pressure. I think, you know, me going into whatever situation I go into, I'm just going to try and be myself all the time, and I'm going to push myself to be better and better every single day, and you know, make the most out of every day. You know, I'm not worried about living up to certain players' expectations or things like that. I'm just going to be myself and really just try and get better every single day that I can.
Cooper, what would it mean to you if the entire Duke starting five gets drafted?
I mean, that would be incredible. You know, that's what I'm hoping to, you know, see happen over the next couple of days, and I think that would be incredible. I think everybody, you know, deserves it. The five of us, obviously Kaman and Khan, we'll hear their names called tomorrow night. But as far as Tyrese and Sion, I think they've helped themselves a lot through this whole process, and more than the outside and the public sees, I think they have a really good chance of hearing their names called and joining a team.
Cooper, how does the way it ended with Duke getting so close to the national championship falling short, is that going to stick with you? I mean, how do you process it now a couple months later?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you have to take your wins in stride and you have to take your losses, you know, in the same stride. So it's just, you know, going through everything, you got to learn how to you know, deal with losses and learn from it. So, you know, I'm just going to always remember it, obviously, of, you know, having that letdown and, you know, the loss ending the way it did. But it's not something that, you know, I'm going to, you know, hold over my head and, you know, continue to be completely worried about, but it's something that I'm going to just, use to grow from and learn from for the rest of my life for sure.
Cooper, can you talk about what Matt McKenzie has meant to you since a young age to now?
Yeah, Matt McKenzie, that's my basketball trainer. So, man, he's been with me since I was in 4th grade. Just, skill development, stuff like that. And he knows my game really well. So he's been with me every step of the way. Was on my AU coaching staff. And he's really just helped to get me to who I am. I wouldn't be the player I am without him. So I think having a guy like that has been with me for such a long time is such a privilege for me to, have somebody that's been so committed to me.
When people refer to you as a prodigy or a generational talent, how do you think about that? How do you respond to that?
I think kind of like I said earlier about expectations, and I don't hold myself to other people's expectations or what people want to see about from me or what they say. So for me, I'm going to play to my expectation of myself, and that's just being as good as I can and trying to impact the game in as many ways on every given play. So I'm just trying to be an impact player on the court, and I'm just trying to get better every single day.
It seems like it's a yearly occurrence that Montverde players are getting drafted. What is it about the program? Talent building competition on a daily basis. What is it about it that makes this almost a yearly occurrence?
I think Coach Boyd brought in some pretty good talent. I think that's where it starts. He had some pretty good players and that sort of thing. But I think also they had a good system of preparing guys for the next level, getting guys ready for college so that guys are ready to go in right away and have an impact.
Cooper, you have a chance to be the youngest #1 pick since the draft. Why was it a priority for you to get into this class, and sort of when did you have the plan to be in the 25 class rather than 26?
I think it's like a quote my mom likes to say a lot. If you're the best player in the gym, then you need to find a new gym. So for me, it was about thinking about what I had left to do in high school, and how much that would push me to become a better player. So for me, that decision wasn't too hard. After going undefeated with that team, it was before that. So I kind of knew that we were gonna have a really, really good team, and then the next year would kind of be a fall off of the competition and things like that. So I kind of just made that decision based on that. I felt like it was time for me to kind of get to a new environment and push myself to higher levels and to really just get in a new environment and be surrounded by really great players.
Cooper, what did you like about the New Balance shoe? What was that process like?
Yeah, I think the connection with New Balance is deeper than just the product and the look and things like that. I think it's just deep as the culture that they have in their company and brand and the family culture and oriented way that they operate. I think having connections to New England and factories in Maine and those ties are really important to me, as well as the shoe looking really nice and just really loving the product that they have. The name of what shoe? I don't have a shoe, so I'll wear a bunch of different models. The Hezi Lows, the two ways, probably wear some Kawhis that I've been wearing, and I like a bunch of different shoes, but I don't have a personal shoe.
Cooper, in your visit to Dallas, what's something you learned about the organization?
I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the people down there. I learned a lot about the facilities. I learned a lot about the guys. I was able to have dinner with some of the guys on the team. So that was just a really good experience. It was a great learning trip.
Cooper, what's one celebrity you want to see on your first NBA game courtside?
That's a good question. I don't know if you count Larry Bird as a celebrity, but that would be really cool.
You rapper?
No, I don't have a favorite rapper.
What did you like so much when you were a kid about Bird and his game?
I think just the things he was about, the way he played so hard on every possession, the way he, was diving on the floor, doing all the little things. That's kind of just the way I modeled my game when I was younger, and that sort of stuff. So I think that's kind of why I play the way I am. I didn't have to give credit to that of just modeling myself after him and the way he was able to play and the things he was able to do.
Cooper, there's a lot of draft parties in Maine for tomorrow night. If you could say something to the people back home.
Yeah, I'm blessed, to have such a supportive, state and people back home that support me so much. So I'm just truly blessed, and I'm grateful for everybody that's going to show up to the parties and celebrating my name.
How do you want to score your first NBA bucket?
Maybe dunking on somebody. I feel like that would be pretty cool. Come on, watch my former teammate. I feel like that would be pretty cool.
You
Two
mentioned
more for Cooper, guys. Two more.
Houston traded for Kevin Durant, Dallas got the number 1 picks for Wembanyama. What do you make of the Texas basketball scene and getting a chance to be a part of it?
Yeah, if I'm lucky enough to get a chance to be in Texas, I think some incredible teams, some really good teams. Looking at next year, so I think it's amazing.
Cooper, what do you think will be going through your mind? What are you thinking about as the commissioner calls it and you're walking up there? I mean, it's been a journey for you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to go through my mind. My mind will probably be racing, going 100 miles an hour. I'll probably think about every little thing. But I'm going to try my best to slow down, enjoy the moment and just soak it all in.
Cooper, you've been a guy that's been described as positionless. How do you view yourself position-wise at your level? And is there any part of you that...
Yeah, I think positionless is a great way to put it. I'll do whatever, coach wants me to do. I'll play any role. So for me, it's about just doing a ton of different things on the court. I think, like I said earlier, just being an impact player, impacting both sides of the ball at a high level and impacting winning at a high level. So whether that's, getting it off the rim on a rebound and pushing in transition, that's something I feel like I can do at a high level. So I would love to do that. Or if it's playing off ball, cutting, slashing, spotting up, I'm ready to do whatever that may be.
That was Cooper Flag. Now this might be the most disrespectful comment I've seen all day. He's Keith Van Horn 2.0. Come on, man. Come on.
All right.
Come on, man.
Man, keep Van Horn was nice with the New Jersey Nets for that 1 year. That 1 year, man. All right,
man. Don't do my guy like that, man. Come on, man. Don't do my guy like that, man.
Well, we got a little business to take care of while we listen to Cooper.
Hold on.
A lot of stuff is happening. Get the breaking news off.
Yeah, let me hit the what's name. All right. Let's point to that Grizzlies pick that was traded for Cedric Howard for number 11. The Grizzlies are sending the number 16 pick. Man, this trade is getting active in the later in the double figures. A lot of trades happening right now.
Yeah, and a 2028 first round pick via Orlando and 2 second rounders to Portland for Cedric Howard. Okay, now moving on. The Atlanta Hawks were trading the number 13th overall pick to New Orleans for the number 23 pick, 23rd pick, and an unprotected 2026 first round pick, most favorable to New Orleans and Milwaukee, sources said. The Atlanta Hawks acquired, the New Orleans Hornets with that number 11 pick acquired Derek Quinn from Maryland. Now, this is funny thing about this. I said Zion got some competition in them New York East, because even Jay Biller said that if Derek Quinn could be one hell of a player if he put down that knife and fork. So him going to New Orleans, the damage him and Zion may do it at every buffet in New Orleans may be greater than even their basketball play. My God, my goodness. All right. Sean's also said essentially Atlanta has moved.
Didn't Florida win the championship this year?
Yeah.
Well,
Sean said,
what kind of mess is that?
Listen, Walter Clay tried to get to South Beach. Essentially, Atlanta has moved back 10 spots to pick up potential valuable 2026 first rounder. And also, as a part of that trade, Charlotte is acquiring Verslit Milic. Sources says Milic was traded to Phoenix in February as a part of the Nurkic trade. He's a $8.1 million team option and will get exercised by Phoenix. Sham said the 2029 first round of favorable to Phoenix, the 1.15 first protected by Minnesota. A lot of stuff going on. Also, the San Antonio Spurs were on the board, and they had selected what is that kid's name? The kid out of Arizona. Let's see what his name. I think it's Nick Clifford. Is that it? Carter Bryant. Um, um, 3-and-D wing. Out of Arizona. He's going to San Antonio at the number 14th pick. Carter Bryant. He's my number 11 prospect. So they get a 11 prospect at 14. Like it for him. Derek Queen is off the board for them. And let's see who else is off the board. As we was listening to Cooper Flag. Yeah, man, Derek Queen. Derek Quinn and Zion, boy, they're gonna be battling in that buffet table in New Orleans. Good Lord. Well, you going someplace you better eat, though, man.
Yeah.
You going someplace you better eat. Even Jay Bill said he be one heck of a play. He put out that knife and fork. Let's see who else. Who else had to pick? Chicago picked. I think Chicago picked Noah Isengu. He was the kid out of France. Let me see where I had him at. That was the number 12 pick from the Bulls. Noah, he's my number 22 prospect. Big wing out of France, good defensive player. Still got to work on his jump shot, but good finisher. Good athlete. And that's up to date with the picks so far. As OKC, the defending champions, are on the clock at 15. Come on, man, long way. Keith Van Horn. Keith Van Horn so much shaking his head, man. I had that all-star season back in was that 2000? When I was averaging 20 points.
Keith Van Horn said I was on that Brooklyn Nets team that went to the finals, and this is things I get.
Yeah, man, all-star season. I went with Brooklyn with New Jersey Nets. When I went to the finals.
Yeah, I was there when it was the New Jersey Nets, not the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, man. And y'all clapping back at me. That's all right. That's all right. Keith Van Horn went to one All-Star appearance, man. What you got to say about that, long way? Have you ever been on the All-Star team? Long way. Keith Van Horn said 2000. I was on the All-Star. I mean, when we went to that championship, I was on the All-Star team.
Keith Van Horn, my lord. I was there with Jason. It was me, Jason Kidd. It was me, Jason Kidd, Rich Jefferson, Kerry Kittles, and Kenyon Martin.
Yeah, man. We was running and gunning until we ran to the San Antonio Spurs and we gonna cut all that.
Until we played the Spurs and the Lakers, we wasn't running.
They said we're gonna cut all that. We're gonna cut all that shit out. They're gonna cut all that shit out. Shaq and Tim Duncan said, "Let's go to work. Y'all want to run and gun? Let's go to work."
Keith Van Horn had a better career than Christian Laettner. I could. You know what? I actually can go with that in the NBA. Yeah. In the NBA, yeah.
Hey, man, hold on, Glenn. Keith Van Horn was on the Dream Team. Christian Laettner was on the Dream Team.
And Van Horn he didn't even play. Stop it.
He was on the. Hold on. He don't have to play.
Michael Jordan said, "Y'all can have him. Y'all can have the college guy. Don't worry about that. We don't want.
He got a gold medal. Keith Van Horn ain't got no gold medal. He got a gold medal.
He got two final appearances.
Yeah, how you like that? Did you win?
Thomas Sorber from Georgetown is going to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay. Had he been a year earlier, he could have had a ring.
Oh man, you see, that's probably what he's crying about. Man, I could have had me a ring. They drafted me 1 year too late. Damn my age. All right, let's get a read up on him.
He played the same amount of minutes as Tyrese Halliburton, which was none.
Really? You gonna take a straight at Tyrese Halliburton? All right, Thomas Sober.
Tyrese Halliburton somewhere shaking his head, looking at his ankle, said, "Damn, I got to catch it straight from Glenn just to prove a point."
Hey man, he got my snow bunny, so I ain't mad at him.
Hey man, get out of there.
Yeah. All right, Thomas Sober, center out of Georgetown. The OKC starting to get taller. 6'10", 263, 7'6" wingspan. Sober is a big body center with great length who impacts both ends and rebounds the heck out of the ball. A
They would
breakout
give him
star.
a ring pop at his rookie introduction press. Come on, chicken, you better than that.
A breakout star for the Hoyas this past 2 seasons, showed some really nice stretches of play before ending his season early with a foot injury. His comp is Jared Allen. So that's for Thomas Sober. Head to OKC. Well, they got championships up there, man. You got a lot to.
Yeah, they just had. You see that parade they had yesterday, man.
Yeah, man. It was about 2 or 3 people still walking to the bank, waving while they drove by. Who was out there? It was more people on the bus than it was on the sidewalk.
Somebody asked yesterday. They said who I went to the OKC parade. I said everybody that lived there. Everybody that lived there was there. Everybody that lived in Oklahoma was at the parade.
Oh my God! Oh my goodness! Oh yeah.
They walk.
Okay,
if you live in Oklahoma, you walk by, you saw your neighbors.
Yeah, man, you walk to the parade and you walk right back to Windstar with the plane.
They say the Thunder getting a new arena.
They should, man. Well, I don't know, man. That arena kind of fly with the college atmosphere it's got on it.
So, I mean, man, they get loud. They get loud in there, man. I've been there for a Thunder game.
Yeah, you try to give some of these new arenas the acoustics maybe out because they're building more out.
Yeah, boy, they get loud in there for that Thunder. I've been in there.
So the highs on my board is Kasprisis Jokonis, the guard out of Duke. He's my number 9 guard out of Illinois is my number 9 prospect. Asia Newell at 13. We got Nick Clifford, 16. Danny Wolf at 17. Rasheer Fleming at 19. And at 20, Nolan Toyer. So we got that. So
hold on, we got Cooper Flag at the desk.
Cooper Flag. Cooper, we saw the incredible draft parties that are happening across Newport, Maine. We actually got to meet some of the folks in Newport. They joined the show. Yes, they were so excited because they felt like you were representing them and you weren't just getting drafted, they were getting drafted with you. How many texts you got on your phone last night? Right now, what's it been like?
I've gotten a ton. I gave my mom.
Man, put that flag down.
As soon as it started, I haven't even seen them, so just going through this process is incredible. I know I have so much support from back home.
You absolutely do. Yeah, Cooper, and what has been the most special part of the night so far?
I think just hearing my name get called, sharing that moment with my mom, my dad, and my 2 brothers, that's a moment that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. How about seeing your teammates drafted? How does that make you feel? That compares pretty high. I think, seeing Khan and Kaman both get taken in the top 10 is an incredible feeling. I know how much work they put in. I know how good they are, how good of people they are as well. So it's incredible to see that.
You went down to Dallas for your visit. What was that conversation like?
I mean, it was great. It was a great workout down there to get in and meet everybody and see everybody. But I think, talking to Coach Kidd, I think he just has a lot of confidence in me to just come in and be an impact player. He's going to, let me have the ball a little bit, I think. And just try and rock out and do what I can do.
Hey, cool. Tell them up here who gave you a speech at your McDonald's all the minute. Tell them, keep it real, huh?
You had me ready.
Yeah, he did a pretty good speech. He can fire you up. Bert, everybody in Maine is claiming Cooper Flag.
He didn't remember. A non-memorable speech.
Well, we know, Cooper, that it wasn't just Perk that gave you maybe a little bit of a hype-up speech. We saw a video of you with LeBron James a while back, and he told you to make sure to stay in the moment, to be able to sort of soak everything in from this night. It's a little bit difficult to do. Do you think you were able to accomplish that?
I tried my best. That's what I'll say. I mean, it was a blur. As soon as I heard it happen, it's been a blur. So, trying my best. I don't know, how well I'm able to appreciate it, but it definitely feels so surreal.
We've got your back here because we've had you mic'd the entire night, so we can just take a look back at some of those emotions in real time. Take a look.
Oh man.
I'm so proud of you. I love you so much. Really happy for you.
Thank you.
making sure you knew to keep the commissioner on time.
Yes, I do. I had to watch on. I had to keep checking.
Let's see that watch.
A little late.
Let's see that watch.
We started a little late, to be honest.
Wow. Blinded by that, Jay.
You're the number one high school player coming out. That comes with pressure. Yeah, you played at Duke, comes with pressure, and now the number one overall pick in the draft. How do you process pressure as an athlete?
I think everybody deals with it differently. I think my way that I deal with pressure and I deal with expectations is just using the people around me. Using my parents, using my brothers, using my friends from back home who have been with me every step of the way. And that's my support system. That's how I deal with things like that. So, just trying to breathe and deal with things like that. It's definitely not easy, but it's something you got to deal with.
Cooper, you handled it beautifully all season long, and you impact the game in so many different ways. You can score, you can rebound, you can pass. What's your favorite part of the game?
I think I would say my favorite part of the game is doing everything. Just having that ability to just do everything, block shots, help out your teammate, play offense, just being on both sides of the ball and impacting winning at a high level.
And now we get to see you at Summer League, Cooper. I'm guessing it's going to be your teammates at Duke. Is there anyone who circled for that first game?
100%. I think Kaman, Khan, and then even some guys, Derek, Queen, who I played with in high school, Liam McNeely, those guys. I'll be looking forward to playing against them.
Playing against your college teammates, I have a feeling that the NBA may say, you know what, Dallas, Lakers, that may be a natural first game we can see at Summer League. We look forward to seeing you there. Enjoy the rest of this night. Soak it all in, Cooper. We appreciate the time.
Thank you guys very much. Good.
Thank you so much.
All right, that was Cooper Flagg, man. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought we had a trade. I thought we had a trade, but
Glenn, I'll answer your question. Yes, Queen was drafted. He was drafted in New Orleans. Unfortunately, somebody said on Twitter the only competition Zion and Queen gonna be competing for is at the dinner table. Because boy, the devastation they gonna put on and them New Orleans buffet is gonna be stuff of legends. All right.
Oh, damn, the Memphis Grizzlies drafted. Damn, the Memphis Grizzlies drafted somebody sitting in the audience. Damn. He ain't even sitting on the floor.
Man,
I thought that was until tomorrow.
Man, look at him. He said, wow, they who? Me? America.
Ooh, what talking about his toes? Yeah, me.
America. That's a tall. Okay, let me find this guy. Juan Hanson. Let me find this guy. Do I got him on here?
Well, yeah, what's the write up on this guy?
Hold on, let me find him. if he was in the stands, I might not have him. Hold on. I don't have him. I don't have him.
You got him on you got him on your paper.
Hold on, let me see if I can find this man. You know what? Donald Trump and the Trump owners probably looking right about now saying, who is this? Who is this? Right there. They probably sent it.
Wait a minute. Hold on, man. You didn't even have this dude scouted? Wait a minute.
Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, got him. Got him right here.
Oh, you got him? Okay, all right, man. I got say damn.
I got it, man. I got it. All right. I got it. All right.
7'2".
Center, 7'2", 253 pounds, 7'2" and 3/4 wingspan. Big and skilled, but lacks speed and quickness. Yang is a highly skilled passer and a unique offensive talent who can be an offensive hub. One of the winners in the 2025 NBA Draft Combine. He's Marc Gasol light.
Well, apparently he's a rim protector. And he looks to be a good passer. Looking at his highlight tape.
All right, so that was Memphis Grizzlies who drafted him, right?
Yeah, but I think he's going to. I think he's going to Portland though.
Okay, he's going to Portland. Yeah, okay, he's going to Portland. Okay, yeah, he's going to Portland. Portland got another center, man. Yeah, that's a tall. He was up in the. I mean, the guy got drafted.
This is the payout. This is the payout for the Cedric Coward trade.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus. The guy got drafted 16th. He was up in he was up in the nosebleeds.
Now, how does this go before Clayton Jr.?
Come on, man. Clayton Jr. trying to get the South Beach. He probably smiling. He said, one more. I said, how many
Jazz
picks
got the
South
best
Beach?
player in the draft, Ace Bailey. Whoa, shots fired at Cooper Flag.
Yeah, Ace. Yeah, he was.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand this. How does Clayton Jr. carry a team to the championship in the March Madness tournament, and he can't get no run in the top 10? I mean, this guy literally carried that team to a championship in college, and he's getting no love.
Long way. Let me tell you something. That comment you just made was less shocking than Ace Bailey's face when he found out he was going to Utah.
He does not want to be in Utah, bro.
he was like, long way. He was like, he looked at his daddy's phone. He was like,
what?
His eyes were batting. He was like, I'm going to Utah. I can tell you, Ace, man. It's an Applebee's got 2 stories on it, man. You got a karaoke machine. You can sing all night on Thursday nights if you want to. That's all I know. Yeah, man. Walter Clayton Jr. My God, Walter. You won a national championship and you let somebody in the nosebleeds from another country get drafted ahead of you. What are you doing wrong right now? Somebody come out the stand. Say, man, who is this tall? Who is this tall man from the Orient?
Here go.
Okay, Minnesota
Silver again.
Minnesota.
With the 17th pick in the 2025 NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Johan Biranji from Strasbourg, France, and the Olympia Club in Slovenia.
Johan Biranji. He was born in France, but he played last season in Slovenia. And as a kid, he played soccer, but he actually began playing basketball when he grew out of his cleats and he couldn't find any new ones big enough for his feet here. So that wasn't until 2021 that he really started playing. And he actually starts every morning watching NBA highlights. Mainly, he focuses on Giannis, who he started playing in 2021. Giannis.
All right, don't have a write-up on this guy.
And
right here. I'm looking at.
Here.
Hold on. Let me see. I may get one. Let me see. All right, let's see. Let's go. His name Johan Bergener. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can find old Johan. So I can find a write-up on this kid with a J. Come on, Johan, where are you, man? This draft.com. Where are you? You ain't even here.
Man, what's up? You didn't have this guy on there either?
Man, yo, where you at, man? On draft.com. I'm trying to find you, Johan. Where you at? I'm in the 70s. Where you at? Damn. You talking about a reach? You talking about a reach? I'm in the 90s. Hold on, let me go up. He can't be 90. He can't be the 100th player. If that's the case, God damn, somebody overreached. All right, let me look up. Let me look back up. Let me look back up. What's this kid's name? Okay, let me try to find this kid. My goodness, man. Once y'all draft to my board, then we'd be all right. All right, here we go. Twitchy kid, Johan has unique talents. Can dribble, needs help with his jump shot, but uber athlete, can rebound the heck out of the ball, can play a little point forward, has the skill, but is a project. With a little seasoning, he can turn into a quality role player as he matures, not only in basketball, as his body matures. Brandon Wright. Okay. Oh, Johan. All right, man.
Man, it took you long enough to find it, so thank you for that comp.
I'm trying.
Did that in the repertoire to find him, did you?
Listen. Listen, man, I'm trying.
Did he come out of the stairs too, or was he sitting on the floor?
I don't know. Listen, man, I had to go all the way to Duncanville to find him, man. I said, hold on, man.
Yeah.
I had to make a phone call.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Good Lord. I mean, these guys reaching.
Good Lord.
I tell you who's a big faller. Kaspers Jokonis. He was my number 9 prospect. It is now pick 18. So he's failed. He's failed 9 spots. So yeah.
Well, this draft can really begin. This draft can really begin once Walter Clayton Jr. can get drafted. Now the draft can begin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Look, Walter Clayton trying to get to South Beach, man.
Well, Miami's coming up at number 20.
They are, man. They are. Okay, we got Washington up next. Hold on, let me close this curtain right quick. Got a big ass curtain open where people can just walk right through and just say, "Hey, man, what you doing?" Can't have that.
It ain't raining out there. It was raining earlier.
Oh, okay. Well, people, thank you for joining us on bFb. My guy Walter Chisholm on the 1s and 2s in Irving. Your boy Ken. For our, I guess, 4th or 5th in a row draft. We appreciate it. Giving a little knowledge and a little fun to this draft as we are now getting close to we're over halfway there. We're at 18. So Washington has the pick. They selected Trey Johnson with their 6th pick. So this will be their 2nd pick. And then coming up after them, Brooklyn will be their second of 5 picks they have. And then Miami, Walter Clayton, woo whoop. He said he got to get to South Beach one way or another. I said, what did that mean? Oh man. Oh, okay. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I mean, got a guy, I forgot, got a guy that hell, I didn't even have on my board. Jeez, come out the stands. I mean, hell. I mean, I thought that was Juan Juju reclassifying for the NBA. Anybody remember Juan Juju?
Juan Juju.
Yeah, Juan Juju. Yeah. Yeah, man. Man, Juan shoot, boy. You shoot that thing. Okay, where are you at? Okay. Okay. All right, the pick is in. I say we got action on Sunday between the Chicago Sky and the LA Sparks. Join us tomorrow, folks. Want to be in the building for a night in Dallas.
That's Friday, not tomorrow.
Oh, Friday. Let's see how long it's been. Summer League starts July 10th through the 20th.
Wait a minute.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Mavs at Spurs.
Wait a minute.
What's up?
So this pick is being traded to the Jazz right now, and they say it might be Walter Clayton Jr. So the Jazz about to get Ace Bailey and Carter Clayton Jr. Whoa!
We lit. Yeah, man. Walter Clayton Jr. Man, he wanted South Beach. He getting that.
Maverick Carter.
Walter. You want
Rich Paul.
Yo, Walter, you want South Beach? You getting Applebee's.
What's so let me get this straight. Ace Bailey wanted Washington and
He
got
wanted
Jazz.
Chocolate City. He wanted Chocolate City.
Clayton
Well,
Jr.
Walter Clayton don't look happy. He don't look happy. God, dog. That Joker look like damn.
He looking about as happy as Ace Bailey is.
He wanted South Beach so bad. Man, he wanted South Beach so bad. Sorry, man. You going to Applebee's. You going to Applebee's.
Man, Applebee's going out of business.
Not up there. Applebee's stay open. Applebee's gonna stay open up there. The last 3 Applebee's gonna be in Utah.
Man, he going to the city and state where they live by. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot.
Yeah. Hey man, let me tell you something, man. They got great karaoke up there. You and Ace, boy, on Thursday night.
And you can have about 5 wives.
Yeah, man. It won't be 5 jump off like you do in South Beach. It'll be just 5 Amish women sitting up there.
Utah has sent where'd it go? Damn. Utah has sent number 21 in second round picks to Washington for Walter Clayton Jr., sources say.
Okay, so 21. So they go down to 21. Washington goes down to 21. I mean, Washington say, damn, we can't get Ace Bailey. We might not. Look, his mama look disappointed. Man, come on, man. Raise your hand. Man. Come on, man. You the NBA. Damn, I ain't know. Damn, they really hate Utah. Daddy ain't sitting over there like, yeah. If I got y'all coming over here with me. Y'all coming over here with me, boy.
Oh, I'm hurt.
That's about Walter Clayton look right there.
He's not crying because he's happy. He's crying because he's sad he's going to Utah. My Lord.
Oh man, he wanted South Beach so bad.
He got called in.
He said, baby girl, man, I ain't gonna see you South. You gotta take a trip up to Utah, baby. As I try to get up there to you. Boy, he must have really wanted that woman in South Beach. He must have really wanted that woman in South Beach, boy. My goodness. All right, let's get the read up on your boy Walter Clayton Jr. going to the Jazz.
Hey, listen, there's no read up on this. It's simple. National championship. Man who carried the team to the national championship, Walter Clayton Jr. Should have been taken higher. Should have been going top 10. Is going at number 18. What a disgrace. This is a disgrace. A guy who was sitting in the rafters got drafted before Walter Clayton Jr. This is a disgrace. This is the disgusting display that the NBA has put on tonight. I mean, just downright disgusting.
I tell you what, man, he can rest his laws in the Applebee's doing that karaoke on Thursday night. All right, let's get down to the round-up. All right, Walter Clayton Jr., 6'2", 199, wing. He's got a 6'4" wingspan.
I don't think he knows he's been traded to Utah yet.
Yeah, he's about to find out. A lethal 3-point shooter, can get red hot from downtown. Is undersized for a scoring guard, but can play on the ball. A bit and is developing as an all-around player. Changes.
Ooh, look at that shot. Look at that shooting.
Change the game with his scoring prowess. Let me tell you something. The Jazz done balled, man. Even though they got 2 players. Even though they got 2 players that don't want to.
Let me guess who his comp. Let me guess who his comp is. Tyrese Halliburton.
No, Randolph Childress. That's his comp.
Who?
Randolph Childress.
Who?
That's when they comp. They got Randolph. Google it. Randolph Childress.
Man, I ain't heard that name since the 99 been taking over for the 2000. Man, what the hell? Randolph Childress. that name been forever. What?
It ain't gonna work, buddy.
Listen, if you don't know Randolph Children, Google them. Google them or look them up on YouTube. It's Randolph Children.
She showed up dead on arrival.
Oh, man. Man, he wanted South Beach so bad. He wanted to get to South Beach so bad. Now he's going to Utah. Congratulations, man. You got a family anyway. You don't need to be going up to South Beach, man. Utah, right place for you. You got a baby girl.
Switch his hats.
Listen, Utah been balling, man. They got Ace Bailey and Walter Clayton Jr. They balling. AKA Brooklyn. This is three of their 5 first-round picks. Now, here's Walter Clayton Jr. Turn up, Walter Clayton Jr.
Rich Paul.
Yeah, man, that's sweet, man. That's sweet.
Oh, got his boy drafted.
Yeah, sweet, man.
Should have went higher. Should have went higher. Should have went higher. Should have went higher. Should have went higher.
Well, he's right where he need to be. He got a family. He got a built-in family and everything. He right where he need to be. Right, Utah. Ain't nothing to do there. Ain't nothing to do there but play basketball and go home.
Before we end this broadcast, we got to find out who South Beach is taking now that we
Yeah, man. Oh, guess what? Who's picking? Oh no, they're not picking 21. I forgot. They made the trade. Oh, my bad. My bad. They made the trade. Yeah, who's South Beach, man? I mean, who's South Beach picking? They ain't picking Walter Clayton Jr. He had to Utah. Oh, Brooklyn's up next.
I wonder, does he know he's going to Utah?
He about to find out. Somebody gonna tell him. Somebody gonna tell him behind. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We got a Bojangles, Applebee. Oh man. Oh man, we got a Johnny Rockets. Oh, once again, we thank y'all for joining us. I guess we got 2 more picks that we end this thing. It's been a pleasure. We had some good laughs here, man. But let me tell you something, man. Nothing was funnier than the look on Ace Bailey's face when he found out he was going to Utah. Wow. Shadua Sanders like, damn. I feel bad for you, man. I got picked in the third day. Somebody try to set me up thinking I was gonna get drafted somewhere else. By the Atlanta Falcons, man. I feel bad for you, man. Good Lord. All right, let's get to Brooklyn. I guess we got one more, then we'll wrap it up. All right, Brooklyn. Nolan Traore.
You got to go search for him too?
Probably so. He's a Euro. Let me see where he at. Oh, I got him. Number 20th prospect, Nolan Traore. All right, let's look up Nolan. Where you at, Nolan? Where you at, baby? All right, here we go. 6'4" from France. A lot of French players being undrafted. Wembanyama, 6'4", 184 pounds. His wingspan is 6'8", so got a lot of length on him. Traore is a high-level point guard who can do it all: pass the rock, push the pace, hit the three, and defend on the ball. He excels at getting into the lanes and shows flashes of a shot making. After struggling early in the season, Traore has played played very well in April and May, lifting his drop stop back towards the lottery. He ain't in the lottery. He's out of the lottery. His comp is George Hill and Dallas Mavericks own Devin Harris. Oh, got Devin Harris comp, man. Devin Harris comp. So he gonna be in Utah before it's over too. He gonna be in Utah and New Jersey before it's over too. Well, I'm talking that, man. Devin Harris made the All-Star team. He made the All-Star team. I don't know how. He made the All-Star team. Okay, South Beach is up next. Pick 20th. Anybody wants to know what that is? It's the Miami Heat. Walter Clayton Jr. is off the board. Unless Pat Riley can make a trade. Unless he can make a deal with Danny Ainge. I wonder how them conversations will go.
No, I don't think Danny Ainge is into making any deals.
Yeah, man, he got to get listen. So far, man, we know Dallas drafted Cooper Flag. Automatically puts them at the top of the draft. I thought the Spurs had a good draft in drafting Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper and Carter Bryant, a 3-and-D wing. Also, the Utah Jazz had a hell of a draft. So far. Even though two of them guys they was shocked they went there. Ace Bailey. You were like, Ace Bailey, my third prospect in the draft, and also Walt's I guess his best prospect, Walter Clayton Jr., who wanted South Beach, but he got Applebee's. He's actually going to Utah, so they actually had them one hell of a draft. I think I'll tell you what, Charlotte so far had a good draft. I think they finally got a shooter with Con Knipple. Like what that is, and I
think Utah's had the best draft.
Okay, Utah had the best draft. I must say the Mavericks because they got the best player. And also I'm a special nod. Let's see if I can find a special nod to Phoenix, who traded for a center. They were small and drafted a center. So they're two centers deep. So changing the outlook of what their team's gonna look like. Today, Walt, most interesting prospect you've seen so far. That's not named Walter Clayton Jr.
Come on, Miami.
Most interesting prospect is not Walter Clayton Jr. Oh my God! I guess it's all about Walter Clayton Jr. with you. Jesus.
I mean, we know at this point.
Listen. I thought New Orleans. Listen, New Orleans. I think they. Listen. It's gonna be interesting up there, man. Like them buffet tables.
What are they gonna do with Zion?
Zion got some competition in the buffet tables. Because what I heard about Derek Quinn, that boy don't take second best when it comes to that night before. He don't take second best. Well, what's some things you like? Them beignets. Boy, they gonna run them out. They gonna run out of them damn things, boy. They gonna run out of them things. Zion will say, "Man, I missed the plane ride, and the beignets are gone." He gonna be seeing. He gonna be seeing Quinn, Derek Quinn driving. I was like, "Hey man, I got the last one." Oh man.
I'm sorry. I think it's time for the Miami Heat to move on from what's the name? Pat Riley's a legend, but it's time to move on. Pat Riley. Pat Riley is still stuck in the old days and the old ways. Trying to build a team. You're trying to build a team with good players instead of getting superstars. And it's time for him to move on. I'm sorry. I love Pat Riley.
I agree.
He's lost his way. He don't know what he's doing anymore.
I agree. But this the problem. The ownership too scared to tell him. He's more powerful than ownership in there. Y'all don't understand that, but they with man. They should have went all in and tried to get Kevin Durant. He probably been fit perfect there with Vince around him.
All right, here we go. Here's Adam Silver.
With the 20th pick in the 2025 NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Kasparis Yakuchonis.
Okay.
From Vilnius, Lithuania, and the University of Illinois.
He's off the board. He's my highest draft pick. My highest draft pick that was still on the board at number 9. All right. Let's get the read up on him.
Well, he was born in Lithuania, and
let's get the read up on him.
Had they taken Walter Clayton Jr., I'd be like, Miami's on their way back. But who the hell is this?
Let me let you know. He's let me let you know. Let you know who this guy is. Since you so eager to find out. Okay. Point guard out of Illinois. He's from Lithuania. 6'6", 205. He's got a 6'7" wing, 6'7" and 3/4 wingspan. J.Ku is exceptionally skilled. He's a great decision maker and looks to have a very NBA ready game. He's a point guard with really good size and strength and next level court vision. He could go as high as the top 10, but it seems to have a wide range that extends beyond the lottery, which it is. He's at 20th. He was my number 9 prospect. His comp is Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball. So there you go.
Well, we know Bam Adebayo doesn't want to be there anymore. He's made that kind of publicly clear.
Yeah, Bam don't want to be in South Beach. I mean, it's South Beach. I mean, all the losing, you can take all the losing, but it's South Beach, man. Bam don't want to be there anymore. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with the Heat. But yeah, there we go. That's the number 20 pick.
Listen, can I sound off on something real quick?
Go ahead, man.
Everybody's still on the fire Nico train. I guess so. Whatever. If you want to be on that train or whatever. But I need you to understand something, okay? The guys that are on this Mavericks team, they don't hate Nico. They like Nico. Nico, do you realize that Nico has gotten every player that he went after paid for on this Dallas Mavericks team? Kyrie's been paid, PJ Washington's been paid, Daniel Gafford's been paid, Klay Thompson's been paid, and he's got these guys all on good team-friendly deals. Okay, you guys don't want to hear this, but basically, he is taking the money that they were about to give Luka. He's spreading it out between these guys right now at this point. I mean, I know you guys don't want to hear it, but Nico is actually kind of setting the Mavs up in a good position. All these guys are on 3-year deals. 3 years. In the 3rd year, all of them probably have player options. So they got two years with a player option on the last one, which means they'll be easy to trade. They'll be easy to do a whole bunch of things with, man.
Yeah, include him. Work.
I know you guys want the players to I got a question for you, Kendrick. When Luka got traded, how many players on this Maverick team were really mad? Can you answer that, Kendrick? How many players on the Maverick team was really mad when Luka got traded?
Oh no. Listen. I'm not finna go. Unlike you, I'm not finna go with. Unlike you, I'm not finna. That's your issue. I'm not finna go with whether Luka was liked here or not.
It's not. No. I'm not saying that. Gone. I'm not saying he wasn't liked.
I've already said. In fact, if you read my time, when I said, well, Luka's probably gonna go to the Lakers 3 years.
Yeah, you have been shouting that for a long time.
Anybody can get traded. It doesn't matter who you are. And I don't care who it is, as long as you're trying to make the team better, it is. Now the Mavericks. Now I can't tell you who don't like, who didn't like who. All I can tell you is that Nico. Is that Nico? All I can tell you is time to move forward for everybody.
It is.
People are going to feel how they want to feel, and and like my grandfather used to tell my grandfather used to tell me the rent's gonna come out in the wash, because it's not about Luka Doncic anymore. It's about winning a championship. That's the only thing this is
cares
about.
what was going on in the
GM
locker
said
room?
we making a championship move.
Who cares about whose fault it was? Who cares about any of that? It doesn't matter. You got the number one pick. You had a wink handshake behind the curtain hand deal with the NBA, and you got the number one pick. Listen, I'm not here. Listen,
Yeah. So
Kendrick is gonna tell you I hate Luka Doncic. I don't hate Luka Doncic. I just was done with Luka Doncic. I felt that we weren't going to win it with Luka Doncic after what I seen in the finals last year. This is my personal opinion. Do I think Luka's a bad player?
I thought it was.
Do I think Luka sucks as a basketball player?
I thought
No.
it was good.
I just don't think that we've seen. I personally feel like some people disagree. I feel like we had got the best out of Luka. The best we were going to get with Luka.
Yeah. I thought you were done. I thought you were done with him after Game 4 of the Western Conference Semifinals against Phoenix. But that's another here or there. I thought you were
that was the first one. I was done with him after Game 3 in the NBA Finals when they came back here and he was throwing timber tantrum. He was fouling people for no reason and basically fouled out of the game on purpose. Listen, we grew up watching guys. When somebody challenges you and calls you out, we grew up watching guys who would step up and take that challenge, like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant would do. Ain't no way in hell a guy would have told Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, I'm guarding him the whole time he on the floor. Every time he get on, I'm not coming out the game unless he coming out the game. Michael Jordan would have went over to Jaylen Brown and said, "Hey, brother, I hope you packed the lunch today because you about to have a long day at the office today." Kobe Bryant would have told the same thing too. I hope you got your track shoes on today because you're gonna be doing a lot of running today guarding me. And he didn't. I'm sorry, he didn't he didn't take the challenge to me. And even after we played the Celtics and we played Jaylen Brown, he's still getting done up by Jaylen Brown when he plays him. I don't get it. I mean, everybody talks about what happened behind the scenes.
Listen. Everybody's opinion is everybody's opinion. And whatever your situation, me personally, I'm over it. I mean, I'm over it. I don't care either way. I mean, listen, Cooper Flag's here. I'm trying to hope the Mavericks win a championship here. Like I said, I don't play here whether it's a 21 career like Dirk or whether it's trade like Luka. It happens. It's the NBA. I mean, hell, Kevin Durant been on 5 different teams. Well, it seems like 5 since he won the championship with the Golden State Warriors. So players don't stick around. But like I said before,
you know what I got tired of hearing? You know I got tired of hearing from people like even you'll never find another Luka, you'll never find another, and we just got almost a damn near comparable or a better player than Luka, depending on how you look at him, in Cooper Flag.
Yeah, and like I said before, he checks all the boxes. Two-way player, plays hard, plays like his life depended on it. And like I said, what I've said this before, I'm gonna say it again. These are prospects. We don't know there's no such thing as a sure thing. We hope these guys can project into something.
Not even that. I hear people trying to diminish Cooper Flag, trying to say, "Oh, well, he's Scottie Pippen at best." Scottie Pippen won how many finals?
Listen, Scottie Pippen.
Number 2. What? Go look at hold on. Number 2. Go look at the year. Go look at the year when Michael Jordan left the Chicago Bulls. What did Scottie Pippen do for the Chicago Bulls that year?
Yeah, took a deep run in the playoffs. Yeah, Listen, Scottie Pippen is a
They were
top
a
20.
bad call away from being in the NBA Finals that year.
Scottie Pippen is a top 25 player all time. Yeah, I'll take a top 25 player all time. A top 20 player all time. Yeah. I love Michael Jordan. I love Michael Jordan. Everybody knows how I feel about when it comes to Michael Jordan and LeBron James. But let's be clear. Michael Jordan wasn't winning any championship until Scottie Pippen got there. He didn't. He tried, boy, he tried. But until Scottie and Phil got there, that's when the championships got there. So that's no disrespect. People are talking about that's no disrespect. Scottie Pippen, one of the 25 greatest players that ever play basketball. To play basketball, you get one of those. I'll take Scottie Pippen's career any day of the week. Oh shoot.
This guy, Cooper Flag is Allen Iverson's favorite player. Allen Iverson has signed off on this guy. Allen Iverson knows. He says he's a bad boy. He knows.
So hopefully when we get to Summer League, we can move on. Our fans can move on, and we can start back to business.
We're gonna move. Listen, you know how we are. We're reactional. When Cooper Flag hits a game winner or something like that, it's gonna be all over with. Nobody's gonna be talking about Luka no more. No, none of that.
Yeah, I agree with that. But like I said before, in my opinion, I've moved on. This is me. I've moved on. I remember I told Walt and Tovash this a long time ago. I'm not tied to any player. I just think the only thing that matters is the front of the jersey, not the back. You start thinking about the back of the jersey, you end up like Jerry Jones was in the late 90s when he hung on to Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, and Troy Aikman 2 or 3 years too long past their career. And then you saw what happened after then. Instead of trading them guys and getting back assets to rebuild your next team. You can't be a fan of the player, you gotta be a fan of the team. Because the players come and go. They do. They come and go. Even the greatest. Michael Jordan left the Bulls. He went to Washington. Kobe Bryant once retired. He retired. Shaq retired in a Boston Celtics uniform. Players come and go. The teams always, some of the teams let them move, stays there. And that's what you got to be married to. That's why I learned the hard lesson like that back in the 90s.
This is true. I agree with that. But the thing is that, like you say, it's time to move on. You got the number one pick out of it. Now, how many weeks after this trade happened? Oh, we're screwed. We're gonna suck for forever. We're gonna suck for years. Now you don't have to worry about that anymore. You're being set up now to have this thing is being set up the way that the Mavericks are going about it. Whoever you want to give credit to, Nico, the Dumars, whoever, the Mavericks are setting themselves up to where in about 2 or 3 years, when the train tracks are about to fall off, they can get off from under these guys. They're not going to be stuck in purgatory. They're not going to be stuck in purgatory. I promise you right now, if they had paid Luka that money, they paid Luka and Kyrie that money, they wouldn't have been able to keep the team they got, and it would have been hard for them to build around and get good players around them to keep a run going. And what was that you said Mark Cuban didn't want to be? He didn't want to be mediocre or just right there in the middle hanging on.
The worst thing you want to be is mediocre. Not good, not good enough to win a championship, not bad enough to get the number one pick and rebuild your team through the draft. And the Mavericks, and understand something, the Mavericks did that when they just face.
They've been doing that for years until they got Luka.
When they was trying to hold on to Dirk. I mean, I love Dirk, but they were trying to keep building around him, and you had the OJ Mayos and all this and that. I was like, dude, it's kind of over with. And I wasn't talking about his career, but it's that era was gone. It was gone. What a hell of era it was. But you don't want to be back in the time when you had JJ Barrera Appreciation Night and Tony Romo appreciation. God dog it, they had appreciation night for Tony Romo, and the Cowboys never did. I thought Tony Romo was about to come off the bench and play for the Dallas. That's how bad he got. So you don't want to get back in that. You don't want to get back in that. But with, like I said, with Cooper Flag, it's a 3-year window with these guys. With these guys, I'm talking the ADs and the Kyries, and the Daniel. It's a 3-year window with those guys. But
right,
whether
we
they
can,
get,
we can go ahead and say it. We can go ahead. I feel comfortable saying Jason Kidd won't be his coach past. I give it maybe 2 or 3 years because when Nico leaves, Jason Kidd leaves, Kyrie leaves, Anthony Davis leaves. All that's gonna go, and they're gonna be in a good position to rebuild or whatever they're gonna do.
But this is the good thing. About 3 years, Cooper Flag is 18. In 3 years, he'll be 20. He'll be turning 21 years old. So you got, at that point in time, you got a 21-year-old, hopefully phenom that, hey, you just hand the keys with, and then we building around you. We building around you.
But within the next, everybody's got 3 years. Within the next 3 years, you're gonna slowly but surely see, PJ Washington gone, Daniel Gafford gone.
Yeah, exactly. In actuality,
Anthony
it's a
Davis
3-year
and
window.
Kyrie gone.
Actually, it's a 3-year window, but actually it's 2. You're gonna have 2
really
years
is.
to get this. You got 2 years to get this done because I don't think it's gonna get. I don't think Nico or whoever is gonna let just the clock run out on these contracts. If it's a point he can trade AD to flip him for assets, or some other player to flip for assets to put around Cooper, they're gonna do that. That's my opinion. But it's more like a 2-year window.
Yeah, no, you're gonna start seeing. But not to cut you off, but you have to understand. You guys have to understand the way the new salary cap is arranged now. You can't. That's why Boston is selling everybody because they are paying Jason Tatum all that money. They can't afford to keep everybody. You know what's funny is I think Nico might actually be ahead of the curve if you think about it, and the Mavericks might be ahead of the curve. They saw that we ain't gonna be able to pay this guy a supermax contract and be able to build this team the way we want to build it. We're gonna have, just like Boston's getting ready to have to they're gonna have to get rid of Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown at some point.
Yeah, at some point they're trying to fight it, but eventually it's gonna head that way. But the fact that
I got rid of Porzingis and Drew Holiday, that's cool.
The Porzingis
money,
was a straight salary dump. Porzingis was a straight salary dump.
But the rest of the bulk of your money is tied into Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, and you can't trade Jason Tatum right now. And I just saw before I came home that Utah is in the hunt to get Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, if you have assets, you got cap space. That's the new quota in the NBA. But what these new rules are with the first and second April, they're forcing teams. From what I heard, from what was told to me, that it's forcing teams to build through the draft. You're not going to have any of these super teams getting built like you was in Golden State. That's not how it's designed. You can't run a team with 3 max contract players.
That team was actually built through the draft, though.
Yeah, it was built through the draft, but as they got older, they got. I mean, these were superstar players when Durant got them. Now,
to your point, though, they ended up going to luxury tax every year to keep that team together.
Yeah, keep that team together. But like I said, with Boston, and also we talk about with Phoenix going through right now, they had to get out because when you in that second,
they got to get off Bradley Beal too. They got to get off Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal.
You got to understand something. That hurts you from making multiple trades. They're like, if you're on the second apron, you can't trade 2 players at the same time. You got to trade player one at a time. And sometimes you get too high, the league can take away a draft pick. What it's forcing teams to do is that they have to build teams through the draft now. They got to build them through the draft, not through free agency, because what the league wants, and this might not be a popular opinion, what the league wants. Now, it may not be what we want. What the league wants is what they seen Sunday. They want to see small market teams have a shot to win a championship because they don't want debt markets like they did in the early 2000s. And we know it was debt markets out there where fans wasn't coming in the building. In some markets, you had about 5 or 6 markets were selling out every game. but the other 20 teams or 21 teams barely could fill in the seat. That's revenue you get missing. That's what this design is designed to make everything fair across the spread. Well, I believe, and I talked to Walt about this, you're not going to see, and the same thing with OKC. They got a 3-year window because once Chet and Jay Will get up for instead, they're not going to be able to pay all those guys. So, but the good thing about them, they got a plethora of draft picks, so they can just say, "Hey, Chet, hey, you been good for us. We're gonna lower you. We drafted your replacement." That's the good thing about going through the draft. So teams gonna have to work through the draft to get things done. What you're gonna see, Walt, I talked to Tobias about this. What you're gonna see, you're not gonna see a team like you see with Golden State with 4 or 5 championships, or you saw the Lakers, with 4 championships in that dynasty. You're not gonna see them all down. You're gonna see that team with 2. You're gonna see Shea with 2. You may see Anthony Edwards. He may have 2. Jalen Brunson may have 1. This other guy may have 1. Giannis may pick up another one. Cooper Flag may have 2. Luka may have 1. That's what you're gonna see. That's what I'm telling you. What I was told by an insider. That's what the league is predominantly trying to go to, where it's gonna be championships spread across the NBA instead of just you got 5 in this city and 4 in this city. They don't want to see another, as much as we loved it and it made fans come to basketball, they don't want to see another Boston, LA, where you got all these 2 teams with all these and everybody else just sitting like what? Just what? They want to see it. They want to see it evenly spread, the championships and the chances to contend evenly spread out. That's what they want to see.
We talked about this a couple days ago too. Now that the Lakers have sold, I told you guys a couple months ago when the Mavericks sold, and I said the thing now is that you can't be a millionaire anymore. You can't be a millionaire and own a team now. That's why all these guys are selling, or they're selling to these groups or whatever. You have to be a billionaire to own a team now. I don't know if it's even going for the NFL or what, but you got to be a bit worth $1 billion.
It's going that direction. Trust me, it's going that direction.
Right,
it's going that direction.
You see, the Washington is owned by 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, it's going that direction. You either have to be a billionaire, or you have to be in a group that can add up to the money you spend.
And given the fact the way the Lakers just sold, that's just what it is. Because like I say, you're gonna have, if you're gonna put teams together, super teams or whatever, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. A lot of money.
And like I said, go ahead. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Now think about this. Mark Cuban won't say it, but Mark Cuban doesn't have millions of dollars like that.
No.
To where if he would have signed Luka, remember he didn't want to go into remember all those years he didn't want to go into luxury tax for this team because he said he didn't feel it was worth it, right?
Right.
So we get Luka, and if he would have got Luka, he would have had to go into luxury tax to pay Kyrie and pay whoever coming up next. So just think about this: how fitting is it that Mark Cuban sells the team, and then they trade Luka, and Luka gets to LA, and what does LA do when Luka gets there? They sell the team.
And that's the Bus family.
Right. They sell it because they are not going to, what they're getting ready to have to do to keep that team together, they can't afford to do it.
Right. The Bus family can't afford to do it.
It's going to take $1 billion. It's going to take billions of dollars to keep LeBron in. They're gonna have to go into luxury tax pretty much is what you find out. And Gina is probably like, hell no, I'm not finna do that.
Yeah, correct. And like I said, this guy, he's with the group that owns the Dodgers.
Right.
He's a billionaire. And like I said before, I'm not looking at LeBron James per se, because I don't know, he probably got a year or 2 left in him. I'm looking. The problem is they're going to go on luxury track with Luka and the next star. They probably get out of free agency somewhere, because when LeBron James, what is set up with the Lakers is when LeBron James, whether he leaves next year, retires after next season or the year before, they got it set up where it's a lot of players gonna be out of contracts. I think Rudy got 2 years left, and Austin Reeves got 2 years. It's gonna be a whole bunch of contracts drop. And I think what you call it on ESPN said it. So whether whether it's next year or the year after, when LeBron retires, they're gonna have close to like 60 million in cap space. Well, think of the Lakers different. They're going to get players. It's not like Utah and stuff like that. You're going to get players to come in there. So they got to, so you got to have the money, man, to be able to do that. And that's what that reason was about. You got to have the guy to be able to do that, because the Lakers ain't never been at least recent memory. They've never been a franchise that has drafted their stars, except recently Kobe Bryant. Other guys, Shaq, who else come down the pike that's played there? And Rich Paul Gasol was all through trade. It was all through trade. So
I mean, they drafted D'Angelo Russell, they drafted Lonzo Ball, they drafted Julius Randle, they drafted Brandon Ingram, they drafted all those guys.
Yeah, I'm talking about superstars. I'm talking about superstars. What Lakers usually get their superstars with, they get them through free agency. And that's where he comes in. He's the money man that's going to keep that money train going, because the Buss family, with this new first and second apron, they just can't afford it. They don't have the money, the funds to keep that up.
And they probably do have the funds. Just like I'm not about to spend that. I'm not about to spend that money.
Yeah, it could be 20.
I'm not about to spend it.
Yeah.
So that's just my personal belief. You know, this isn't. You can say it's personal that they traded Luka. I just feel like it has to do more with the way the new salary cap is, that the Mavericks can't afford to. And the new owner came in and was like, wait, I'm supposed to do what with what? Nah, we good.
But the good thing about this, and on NBA Today, they put it in football terms. I think the guy that used to GM the Warriors, what's his name that's on ESPN? He used to GM the Warriors. Bob Mike. He put it in football terms. Think of Cooper Flag as you in football as you draft a number 1 overall quarterback, and he's on a rookie scale. Just like Dak Prescott when he was winning rookie scale. Well, now you can sign all your players you need to sign while he's on that rookie scale. He's only going to be making $14 million for the next 4 years. It's probably 3 years going to get his rookie extension before his 4th year's up. But now you can, in this time, you can go sign Gafford. You can go sign P.J. Washington these deals. And then when his time comes and he's ready to make, then those other guys going to have to, they'll be ready to get on up out of here. And that's where you got to be ready to draft and maybe get some more lighter free agents on better contracts to fill in around him. But that's kind of what he kind of compared it to, a quarterback, a young quarterback with a team ready to win on a rookie scale contract.
I mean, that's just how I personally feel about it. I mean, you can feel how you want to feel about it, but for the time, was it the right move? No, I don't agree. Like I kept saying, I don't agree with the trade, but I understand why they did it.
Right.
I understand why they did it.
Right. All right, man. Now you got that out the system. Oh.
Yeah, we about to hit the 3-hour mark of broadcasting here. Oh my God, you and this damn flag. All right, man. So we are a day away from a night in Dallas, the biggest night in town. That's a little weird, a little creepy. What you doing right there?
What Donald Trump did? What Donald Trump was basically dry humping flag a few years back. Man. It's my flag, man. It's my flag.
Lord Jesus. That's a little weird. That's a little weird where you go right there.
Listen, man, it's my country.
Yep. So the Mavericks get Cooper Flag, and everybody in Dallas is apparently excited.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be more excited on Friday.
And we're gonna we've had a good night. We've heard from now. Can I ask you what were you? I didn't get a chance to ask you because we had to break for what's the name? I seen you kind of tickled back there when Mark Aguirre was talking. What was so tickled? What was tickling you back there?
Oh, he didn't know who Anthony Davis was. He just said the big kid from Chicago. he knew who Kyrie Irving was. He said, that big kid from Chicago. God, doggy. Jesus, he didn't know who Anthony Davis was. Oh man. And the big kid, the big kid from Chicago. Oh, the big kid from Chicago. Man, put Mark Aguirre's jersey up in the Raptors, man.
Now you were just saying you wanted Mark Aguirre's jersey in the Raptors, and now here you go making light of the situation.
Well, I'm just saying, man. He kind of had a senior moment. He didn't know who Anthony Davis was. He said a big kid from Chicago. Shout out to Anthony Davis, man. Hope that boxing don't have you pull another groin or nothing like that, man. Need your help this season. Need you playing at least about 65 to 70 games this year. That goes for you too, Derek Lively. Need you paying about 65 to 70 games this year.
Yeah, don't hold your breath on that happening.
Jaden Hardy,
yes, we are.
Jaden Hardy, Omax.
We are.
Good luck to you in your future endeavors, because I don't think you're gonna be on this team by the time.
Your number's about to be called. Your number's about to be called. Time may about to be up for you too.
Yeah, I think you. Good luck in your future endeavors.
Time may be about to be up for you too.
Especially you, Omax. They just drafted Cooper Flag. Ain't too much more room in that front court.
He's definitely gone.
All right.
Oh man. Hey, listen, man. We are about 48 hours away from the biggest night. Put it up. The night we've all been waiting for, Kendrick. Paige Beckers versus Taylor Clark. Coming up live this Friday from the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. It's going to be a great night. And Paige is already getting a look at the venue tonight, and she was hosting the Dallas Mavericks draft party tonight.
We know who won't be there. We know who won't be there. DeWanna Bonner. She won't be there.
She's trying to get to Phoenix with her fiance. Kendrick.
What?
Kendrick won't be in the building. He's gonna be enjoying the game on Ion on Friday night.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I hope I'll be able to see it. That gray screen that comes up there every time it cuts on. I think something wrong with TV. And then I go to another channel and it's bright and living color. I go to Ion, it's great. I wonder what's wrong up there. That's okay.
Join us live this Friday night. Live from the American Airlines Center as the Dallas Wings take on the Indiana Fever. Taylor Clark is coming to town.
Taylor Clark put up 50 on the Dallas Wings. Taylor Clark put up 50 on the Dallas Wings.
She's going to be coming off a back-to-back because they play Thursday.
I don't think she's going to play. I don't think she's going to play.
She might not play. She should play.
They can't risk her getting hurt in that game.
That's actually correct. I was actually shocked Paige played Tuesday night, but that's okay. Not gonna win tonight. Oh man. All right. Well, we've done our due diligence here, man.
Yeah, man. Cooper Flag is a Maverick.
Yep.
Ace Bailey. It's a Jazz. Wendell Carter.
So is Walter Carter Jr.
Yeah, they're gonna be at Applebee's at a Salt Lake City Applebee's near you somewhere.
Watch their press conference be at that Applebee's. That's there.
I would put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them.
Coming to a Applebee's near you, the introductory presser of Ace Bailey and Walter Clayton Jr. All right, man. We'll be back Friday night. But until then, keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the stars, always do the best for business. If we don't see you around, then we'll see you around live this Friday night.
I wish you guys nothing but best. The ceiling is the roof.